Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. Alright, here you go. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. You're so great. Oh, Randy, you're a piece of shit. Well, that's the truth. You're wrong, but what, you wanna have a, I'll let you talk, but if you want, we should do a little freestyle battle. I'm kind of in the freestyle mood.
I can't rap no more.
I'm not that good, but you're not in a good mood. We won't.
You're hyped though. You got all the energy.
Dude, I see how you get though. You get that little in you, and it's like, you know, you gotta. Fuck you, skip. Fuck you, skip. Fuck you, skip. All right, here you go. Here you go. Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. All right, here you go. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. 2 Glocks right here, tatted on your chest, and here you are. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. Alright, here you go. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Oh man. You know, here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. Alright, here you go. Oh, Randy, keep your head up. Hey, Ski Mask, we know your court date's on Monday, and you're a piece of shit because you abandoned your kid.
IP2.
Abandoned your kid. 10. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. Alright, here you go. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. You're so great. Oh, Randy, you're a piece of shit. Well, that's the truth. You're wrong, but what, you wanna have a, I'll let you talk, but if you want, we should do a little freestyle battle. I'm kind of in the freestyle mood.
I can't rap no more.
I'm not that good, but you're not in a good mood. We won't.
You're hyped though. You got all the energy.
Dude, I see how you get though. You get that little in you, and it's like, you know, you gotta. Fuck you, skip. Fuck you, skip. Fuck you, skip. Alright, here you go. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. Alright, here you go. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. 2 Glocks right here, tatted on your chest, and here you are. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. Alright, here you go. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Oh man, you know, here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. Alright, here you go. Oh, Randy, keep your head up. Hey, Ski Mask, we know your court date's on Monday, and you're a piece of shit because you abandoned your kid.
IP2.
Abandoned your kid. 10. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. Alright, here you go. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. You're so great. Oh, Randy, you're a piece of shit. Well, that's the truth. You're wrong, but what, you wanna have a, I'll let you talk, but if you want, we should do a little freestyle battle. I'm kind of in the freestyle mood.
I can't rap no more.
I'm not that good, but you're not in a good mood. We won't.
You're hyped though. You got all the energy.
Dude, I see how you get though. You get that little in you, and it's like, you know, you gotta. Fuck you, skip. Fuck you, skip. Fuck you, skip. Alright, here you go. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. Alright, here you go. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. 2 Glocks right here, tatted on your chest, and here you are. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. Alright, here you go. Here you go, Ski Mask is a little hoe. We gonna.
Come on, fight motherfucking Trey.
Welcome to the NJCourts show. I welcome you, take a ticket. Now you're gonna get kinda lifted, cause I know some of you like a tough give it. Oh no, but to get your popcorn in, welcome to the show, cause we're about to get it when we roll. Yo, that's what's up, about to get a hug, about to show this allegation, that's what's up. Oh, I don't like to lie, I don't like to allegate, I just got the facts and I ain't why. But why do you wanna try with me? Do you wanna lie? Cause I'm about to show you how I get thrifty, and that's how I got this shit. I'm about to not embarrass you, but I'm about to get with it as I put it down. Got the straight facts and I don't clown around, yo. So welcome to the NJC show. Wait, did I say NJ and NYC show? Yo, I don't know what's up. I'm kinda looking on the 40 ounce of that drink. What's up, yo? Here we go. Welcome to the fucking show. It ain't about ski masks, it's the ControLLa, yo. So sit down, don't clown around, don't take a blue cause you're about to pass out.
Stop when I want to. I'm not addicted.
Yo! Just kidding. Hey, let's not start complaining about the intro, man. We just started the show and we already got complaints. Come on, y'all. Nah, I'm just messing. Welcome to the show, you guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining me on a Thursday evening. We're going to get right to it. I hope you guys enjoy the intro. So instead of talking a little bit, we're going to get right into it, so don't worry about it. All right. So I imagine all of you are here to join today to find out a little bit more of what's going on about this ControLLa case. Been quiet for a little bit. Been putting out a little bit of clips in here and there and saying a little bit of that and that. But ultimately, I didn't want to say anything until I had all the paperwork in front of me. I tried to stay as neutral as I could. Didn't want to say anything that I didn't, have any facts to, didn't want to make allegations. So tonight, we're not going to be doing any of that. As a matter of fact, everything coming out of my mouth is going to have a receipt, as you all call it. In legal terms, we're going to have a court and police documents that we're going to go over, kind of like what we did with Ski Mask. We are going to be referring as this individual as ControLLa, the name of this character. Obviously, you probably know what their real name is, and that's not important. But ControLLa is going to be the individual that we are going to be covering this evening. ControLLa is the individual that when we talk about these court and police reports is who we'll be referring to, okay? Excuse me. Now, let's see. I know we had a long intro. I apologize, but better than be fashionably late. I figured I'd entertain you guys with a little bit of my music. Just in case this all fails, I might get into the freestyle rap game if you guys haven't noticed. Just kidding. Anyways, let me just do a little say hi to everybody here. Thanks for everybody joining. And then we'll get right into it, okay? I know everybody's pretty excited to see what the truth is. I wouldn't be excited, but we're tired of hearing the bullshit, if that's what it was. So maybe it's not. Maybe it is. We'll find out here this evening. So let me kind of go down the list here. Got a lot of people in the chat today. I appreciate you all joining. So I might not get everybody today. I kind of, am still new to this. So, I'm still learning to kind of look at chat and then, look at the screen or camera. And so sometimes I don't see some of your questions. I do have a couple of moderators in the chat that can answer those. But I'm going to try my best. Ultimately, once we kind of finish, as far as my part, I'm going to be having an open panel. So we're going to be inviting some guests that we have already lined up this evening that are going to come up and talk about a lot of the stuff that we're going to be discussing this evening and going over with, as well as giving some of their own personal opinions. Okay. So, and at that time, anybody that's free to come up is welcome. All right. You know how we do it. We don't, unless you break TOS. I'm pretty neutral on, comments, pretty neutral on opinions. Just don't attack mods, don't attack each other, and we're good. We'll have fun. Okay. Everybody's welcome. So with that being said, let me just get out of this little area here, jump to my comments so I can see what everybody's saying and say hi. All right, let's get started with it. So I see we have Snurt, Emin Smooth, Shane, Pixie, Ronnie, John, Classy and Cultured Goo, welcome. Tharsidius, I saw you here earlier, welcome. You rep the Zia, what's up? Yes, my home state, born and raised till I was about, I guess off and on till about, 28, I would say, maybe a little bit older. Let's see, Moho, Driesk, Alvaro, welcome. Let's see here, Jersey. Let me just welcome my mods first, just Jen and Jersey. Thank you all for being here. Tammy, welcome. Hypervigilance, Free. Sharon, welcome. Paul, Bad Medicine, Vicious Vixen. I think I already said hi to DGAF, but if not, what's up? Barry, Colonel Quail, Julia, welcome. Boston Girl, Bridget, welcome. Love your dogs, by the way. They're cute as hell. Super Roofer, welcome. Italian guy, welcome. Monkeypox, welcome. All right. Urban Homesteading, welcome. I saw your comment earlier. Maybe we'll have a meetup. All right. Flowers of Manchester, welcome. Big Venus in the house. I got a few trolls here. Flowers of Manchester, welcome. Driask. All right, Dwayne, Dennis. All right, I saw somebody with jet lag. So, as the comments go, I'll say hi and bye. But yeah, let's get the show started. All right. Welcome everybody just joining in. We got a really good show this evening. We're going to go over a lot of stuff. Got a lot of facts. Going to have a lot of, not a lot of speakers, but a lot of people coming up to give some opinions. And we're going to talk a little bit about this. And I think now that we have all the facts and pretty much the truth. Now, remember, I will give this individual this. Remember, until a person is proven guilty, how's it go again? You are not guilty. And I don't know. You're not guilty until proven guilty, whatever. So we'll keep that in mind. But, I think since, from our last experience and probably from a lot of your own personal experiences, I don't think the police lie too much. Okay. And they do. I give them that. They do sometimes, but for the most part, I don't think they lie about something like this. So we're going to go over the court records. We're going to go over the police records. I have them all in hand. I'm going to show you guys proof of one of those pages. I got probably about 11 pages. A lot of them are repeats. Pretty much they give copies to the defendants, yada, yada, yada. So there are a few repeat pages. It's not all 11 pages referring to the case. But yeah, we're going to go over that. I'm not going to post all of the pages, but I'm going to show you one. It has been censored so that we are not, displaying anybody's personal information. That way, there's not anybody saying, oh, there was no proof, or you're just reading off of something, yada, yada, yada. So, all right. Now, with that being said, I did want to start the show kind of going over some of the things I heard over the week. As some of you may know, I was pretty busy moving. This is going to be the last stream here in my old house. I didn't move out of city, didn't move out of state, just kind of moving on the other side of town, a little bit cheaper. Plus, I'm just kind of tired of this place to be, it's an old house, and I've lived in old houses, but for the amount I'm paying, just not worth it. So that's that. Move is done, but this is going to be pretty much the last night here doing a stream. And then if we do another indoor stream, or panel, that'll be at the new place. I'll give you guys a tour if you want. We'll check that out at a later time. But getting into it, I was busy with the move, but I did have my little earpiece on the whole time. And I did have a chance to listen to a lot of the stuff that was going on. Mostly I was obviously listening in on ControLLa. That's the person I'm, here to talk about. So granted, I wanted to give her a fair chance. She came on quite a bit, I guess, while she was on vacation in Florida, I believe it was. And, we heard a lot of stuff. Now I downloaded probably like 20 minutes worth of, stuff. We're not going to listen to all that. I'm sure you've all listened to all that. And a lot of it's just the repeat same stuff. I do want to go over some of the important things I did here, and we're going to listen to it. I got the audio here with the boom speaker. And after that, I'm just going to give a little bit of my the channel's opinion. And then we're going to get the show started. Okay. I know you guys all want to see the paperwork. We're going to get there. But first off, I just want to play a few of these little clips. That way I can kind of get into this the way I like to. Like I said, I like to kind of give a background. Now, I did have a lot of requests from people that want to know exactly what the charges are going to be. We're going to go over that. Don't worry. We're also going to go over possibly what type of sentencing or punishment could come out of these, okay, if this individual is found guilty. They might not even be found guilty. They may even go to a plea deal, which we're going to talk about that too. Got a lot of information, got a lot of great audio clips that we're going to listen to. So be patient. I know it's late, but you're going to get a lot out of it tonight. So thank you again for joining. I really appreciate you guys. All right. So with that being said, let's just jump into it. Now, one last thing. All right. And then we're going, I promise. Cheers to everybody. If you got a water, Gatorade, tonight I'm drinking a Firestone Mine Haze. This is just some like random cheap 6-pack they had on sale. It's kind of in a rush. Didn't want to start late this evening. So my first time sipping on one of these. IPAs are my favorite. So for everybody that's cheering, having a beer, water, Gatorade, tea, coffee, whatever it may be, cheers. All right. So let me just get my little itinerary here. Man, we have not a lot of stuff, but there was just so much to cover. It's, it could get me confusing. So I had a little itinerary here set up. So we did our intro. We said hi. All right. Something kind of important. Okay. Now, as you've all probably heard and know, I will be covering this court hearing. Okay. This will be on March 20th. Coming up here sooner than we think. It's already the 2nd. All right. I plan on getting there the 19th or the 18th. I'd like to have a few days either before or after to provide some real cool IRL streams for you and check out the New York, New Jersey area. Most importantly, though, we will be there Monday morning for the hearing coverage. Okay. Now, in order to get there, obviously, we're doing a fundraiser, kind of like we did last time with Ski Mask. That fundraiser actually kind of started our last trip to the zoo because we fundraised for the second trip or court hearing to Ski Mask, which obviously never happened. So, and we discussed that the last time as far as what went on. And if you want to know, there's a lot of videos you can go back to. If you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram and I can tell you more about it if you're still kind of new to what happened to the Ski Mask story. But moving on, since we didn't have a second hearing, that money that we raised on the zoo day, which came out to be about $275, just right under $300. And thank you. I appreciate those donations very much. That money now has been transferred to go to this new trip. Okay. Now, being that it is the New York and New Jersey area, it is a little bit more expensive. I am going to make the trip. I might personally I'm going to have to put some of my own money, which is fine. I'm trying to build a channel. This is my channel. I don't expect you guys to pay for everything. Ultimately, I would love for us to be able to do these fundraisers whenever we have something big or somewhere we can go and do live court coverage, because it does help a lot. I work for myself. When I say I have my own little company, it's nothing big. It's not like I'm making millions, $100,000 of dollars. I'm a very minimalist person. I live on a very low budget. So I'm pretty simple. Okay. Really, ultimately, all I'm fundraising for this evening is just a one-way, possibly a round trip, because I don't want to get stuck there too long, but I'm not worried about that. All I care about is a one-way ticket, refundable. That way, if something changes, not a big deal. We don't lose our money and we get to change it. Now, let me tell you something. I did change my schedule for March to be very flexible. So if there's changes in any dates or anything like that, do not worry. I will be there for the coverage, okay? The most important thing is just getting there. So pretty much all I'm fundraising for this evening is the expenses of this trip. Most importantly, just the ticket to get there, which is going to be easy as flying into New York and then traveling down to the New Jersey area for the court hearing on Monday or Sunday evening, okay? Still haven't gotten to that part yet. All I'm concerned about is just getting to New York City, okay? And like I said, ultimately, I'm going to purchase a refundable ticket. That way, if something changes, we don't lose the money. Just change the ticket date, and we're good to go. Okay? Now, 2 ways to donate this evening. First one is going to be through the Cash App. Let's see. I got the speaker on. This isn't TTS. We're on StreamYard, so you can't donate through the donation alerts. So you can donate a Cash App. You can leave a message or note. If you want to stay anonymous, just put anonymous. Otherwise, I will shout you out, okay? I kind of felt bad for some of our large donators last time. I wasn't sure if they wanted to be, anonymous or not. But if you do, just put anonymous. Otherwise, I will shout out, not all your whole name, just I want you to be acknowledged. I appreciate it. Last trip, we had some really big contributions from people, and thank you. That's what made the trip. That's what's pretty much made this channel continue going. So I appreciate that. The second way to donate after Cash App is going to be through the PayPal. I just set that up. That link is going to be pinned. My Cash App is the same as it's always been. It's the $ NJCourts. And that'll also be pinned by my mods every once in a while. Other than that, I'm not going to sit here and remind you. Thank you for that Cash App. We already got our first one of the night. Let's see here. Let me put it on the Bluetooth so that way we can all hear it. I'm not going to sit here and remind you. Thank you for. All right, let me mute myself. Thank you. So this is going out to Sharon. Thank you for the $10 for the travel. All right. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sharon. So that's exactly how you saw that work. Okay. That's through the Cash App. Very simple, very quick, very easy. PayPal's another way. And those are my 2 ways. Other than that, I'm not going to sit here and eBay you and remind you every 1 minute to Cash App me. Hey, I need a Cash App. You know who does that, but we're not going to go back that way. But yeah, that's what helps this channel grow. Everything that we get for this channel goes to the channel. Okay. I pay my own rent, my own bills. You're not paying that. Do not worry. All right. With that being said, let's get this show on the road. All right. So here's the first audio clip I want to play. Like I said, I got a chance to listen to Miss ControLLa through the week. I believe she was taking a vacation somewhere in Florida. I may be wrong. The last thing I heard, this was kind of to get away from the drama, to stay away from everything, to get away from all the reporters and all the cameras that are sitting outside of her house, taking pictures and harassing her. Which, hey, I respect if that's really what's happening, okay? But either way, I found it just kind of ironic that if you're trying to stay away from the drama and you're on vacation with your family, go on vacation, stay away from the drama. All I heard while I was moving for the last 2 or 3 days was just about 3 times a day, somebody coming on and venting and ranting and all sorts of stuff that honestly, me personally, I would not want to waste my vacation doing any of that, especially if I was trying to get away from the drama, okay? So here's one of the first clips that I got to listen to. Let's see here. I had 2 of them. We're just going to listen to 2 of them. Let's see here. And actually, let me do this really quick. And I see that. Let's go. Thank you, Sharon. Let me reply here with a thank you. All right. And I got the speaker on, so you'll hear whenever somebody donates. That way, that acknowledges people as well, too. We really appreciate that. All right. So let's jump over to our clip here. Okay. I believe it was this one. If I get it wrong, I'm just going to change it to the other clip.
Creepers, if you have a problem with people streaming.
Okay. So that one was this one. Okay. So this is one here. Let's see. This is the one here. We're going to listen to it and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, you can talk.
And we're talking.
No, this is perfect. This is a perfect conversation to have in front of my kid. Okay? Because it's not okay. You know what it's not okay to do? It's not okay to try to twist the truth to fit a narrative just because you don't like someone. The truth is always the truth, no matter what. It's always the truth.
I made the thing yesterday.
You did.
The
truth is always the truth. The truth does not change. Even if it hurts your feelings.
Yes, it does.
The truth can hurt your feelings sometimes, but that doesn't mean that you can't change the truth because you don't like it.
Yeah, but what if your friend
Context.
wants the attitude?
Do you know what the truth is?
Yeah.
But do you know what the truth is?
Tell the person what you did.
No, but do you know what the truth is? Like what the truth is? The truth is being honest. It's not lying.
I don't even know what honest means.
Honest means telling the truth. You don't lie. No lying.
Do you want some lotion?
No, thank you.
It's cold lotion. I'm gonna put this in the fridge.
Okay.
It's already frozen. It was in Grandpa's room.
It's like a quarter of a cup. What?
Can I have one of your phones to watch?
No, Ellie, you have your own phones. You have a phone and you have a tablet. You have two devices. And if you forgot to charge them, that's your responsibility. Here's your ketchup. I'm making myself tea and then I'm gonna go sit and.
Alrighty, guys. So that was the first clip, okay? The reason I played that was, most importantly, we heard something that came right out of this character's mouth. The truth is the most important thing, okay? I just wanted you all to hear that because the truth is going to come out today. And according to this person, you know, like they were telling, you know, their daughter, which was very important, you know, educate them about the truth. But remember, the other thing is to be a role model, okay? And you're going to see where this is going to go. The other thing I noticed too, that I just personally thought was kind of, you know, is I've heard also from this individual that, you know, they spend time with their family, yada, yada, yada. I don't know if you guys heard towards the end. That's why I played that. They pretty much, in my opinion, it looks like they just, and I don't know if, I think this was on the vacation still, just handed over a tablet and phone, some breakfast and said, you know, get out of my face because mama's going to go stream, you know? And I just thought that was pretty tacky on a vacation if that's where that was. And I believe, I'm like 99.9% sure that's where that was taken from. You know, that while you're there to spend time with your family, that, like I said, you spent pretty much all vacation just bringing up all this stuff. And if you want people to stay away from your drama, then you don't discuss the drama, okay? That's all I wanted to bring up on that clip. Now, the next one I have, I think we did receive a PayPal thank you that came in through this. Julie, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you for your donation. All right, I'm glad to see that all worked. We got a Cash App, PayPal, everything's working fine. Thank you all. Now, this next clip I want to play, let's go over here. This is another thing that kind of just, you know, popped into my head as I was listening over the week. Let's see, I believe it was this one. This is one that she is referring to one of her viewers. I don't know if they're a mod, but.
Well, Jeepers Creepers, if you have a problem with people streaming and driving, there's a lot of people who stream and drive. Vegan Patriot, I love Vegan, even though we're not friends anymore. She streams and drives and fights with her boyfriend, staring at the chat. Go to her chat room and talk shit to her. Skelly used to stream and drive. Fun fact, he used to stream and drive. That's how we had videos of his what's it called? The interior of his car falling apart. There's quite a few people who stream, okay, and drive. So maybe go find them. Well, Jeepers Creepers, if you have a problem with people streaming and driving, there's a lot of people who stream.
That was it, short clip. Reason I play that is an excuse, okay? So I just want you guys to keep this in mind, okay? We have somebody that's telling somebody about the truth, and now we have somebody giving excuses, okay? We're going to talk about where I'm going with this later. Just kind of wanted to get those over with, okay? Now, let's get into kind of some of the stuff I think you guys were waiting for. We're going to be going over the records. We did just get a Cash App. Let me just make sure. Okay, they wanted to stay anonymous. Thank you for that, okay? That was a very big contribution, Cash App. Thank you. I don't know if you want me to disclose that since it said all anonymous. I won't, but thank you so much for that. Huge donation. Thank you. Very much appreciated. All right, hold on here. I think somebody's in the back room. I didn't even think I gave the link out. Wait a minute. Sorry, I'm kind of not new to StreamYards. I'm just new to when people, I guess, link up or whatever to get into the show. Let me see. Okay, I thought somebody, well, it looked like somebody clicked in, but I guess they clicked out. All right, so let me just give this person a thank you, and then we're going to keep going. Okay, let's see here. Cash App. Let me reply. Thank you so much for that. Oh, yep, I thought so. Dude, I was like, I know I don't have my glasses, but I'm like, I know I'm not blind. Uh-oh. Well, I did not lie, folks. I didn't know if they were going to come on today. Okay, let me just say this. I had invited this person. They contacted me first, okay? Let's just get that straight. Never contacted them. I think you all know who I'm referring to. They had contacted me first. I'll go over that on another day, but it wasn't a very nice message. Let's just say that. But staying neutral and kind to my soul, I ignored their meanness, and I invited them to give their opinion, to give their half on what's going on. We've heard a lot of people giving their opinions, and we've heard just kind of a one-sided opinion from that person, because they pretty much ban everybody that goes in their chat, and that's not good for them, okay? They're pretty much putting blinders on like our other pal. They're filling themselves up with yes people, and it's not helping that person. With that being said, though, I do appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you, taking the time out of your busy schedule, ControLLa, to make it. So we do have our special guest. Let's see what she has to say. All right, ControLLa, hold on. Give me a sec. I'm new to this.
Yeah, I figured. Can you hear me? I figured that you would make your way over to me sometime soon. And I want you to know that message that I sent over your way, it was exactly the sentiment that you deserve. The NJCourts, the biggest motherfucking dick rider in all of fucking YouTube. You fucking got to way all the way up. What's wrong? Can you not hear my speaker?
ControLLa, I can hear you just fine. I was just didn't want to interrupt you. Thank you for coming on, but as deaf as I am, you are doing great. I can hear you, okay?
Oh, good, because I got a lot to fucking say to you, Mr. fucking Dick Riding, NJ fucking Courts.
Well,
so you decided to finish up with Ski Mask and decided to fucking do all your work with Ski Mask, and now you turn your attention to me because you need to get all your subscribers over to your channel because you needed to suck on the titty, on the big luscious titty of the content queen to get your fucking attention, didn't you, NJ Courts?
Can I just ask you one question this evening, ControLLa?
Why not? Why not? You're going to make content on me either way.
Well, we're going to find out the truth. That's why we're here for. But I want to hear it from you. We just heard you talking to...
Yeah, let me tell you, I know more about the truth than anybody that's here.
Gosh.
None of you people know the truth. I do. And then y'all making a fucking narrative out of me and antagonizing a single Sicilian Muslim woman who is trying to make her life and ends me. So ask me whatever the fuck you want. I'm going to give you the fucking truth.
Okay. I'm just going to ask this one time and one time only.
I'm listening, Mr. Dick Rider.
Were you not, or were you live streaming when you got in the accident?
Oh, absolutely. But let me tell you this, sir, since you're clearly an expert in legal matters, that in the state of New Jersey, there is no law that would prevent me from being able to stream on a live stream.
Well, you were driving. I mean, don't you think it's kind of wrong to be staring at a screen for about 5 seconds out of your,
I mean, window there? I don't know.
Well,
do you have eyes up here? I mean, how do you do it?
Well, what happens is that when in the camera angle that it was shot, you don't get to see the whole accident. You don't see exactly what happened. So yeah, nobody was able to see what exactly happened. I was just driving along and trying to pay attention and trying to keep my attention on the road.
Okay,
But
one last question though. The one that people wanted to know though, before you left that party, did you?
Absolutely not. Not one little bit of it. And I'm tired of everybody setting up this false narrative about me. I am so fucking tired of it. Everybody's fucking lying about me. I let me tell you something. I have a whole list of people that I would like to personally thank for spreading all these lies about me, especially that fucking ginger piece of shit Skelly. That's the first one.
Hey,
and I'm looking at you over there, Ronnie, and yeah, fuck you too.
Hey, I'm getting a lot of people that are saying
no bitch with a silicone ass is gonna say anything about me. I'm sorry, continue.
All right, relax. I know I said one question, but it looks like the audience is already kind of getting tired of you. I apologize for that, but they want to see the records, okay? They want to see the receipts, okay?
The receipts. Well, let me see if I left them over here.
They think we don't have receipts. They think
this is a whole. This is usually what you see. Here's a whole testimony of what I found, of what was written on the police case. I can't really read what it says because these are very important legal documents, but all of them exonerate me. They say the truth.
That looks a little different than what I have. Can you put it up closer?
Well, what I have is the truth. I'm not going to put it up close to you. These are classified legal documents.
Are you
but
sure
they tell the truth, and the truth is what reflects in my heart, which is that I'm innocent.
Are you sure that's just not a receipt printout for some cosmetics you just purchased?
I am telling you, these are police records.
Okay. Well, we're going to see.
Because I don't lie. You think that there's no way I am the queen of honesty?
I heard that.
As well as the content queen.
I heard that. I heard that earlier. So, in all fairness, I'm going to take that, and we're gonna show the receipts. And if you said what was, like you said, you didn't do anything, you're not guilty. I think you'll just be fine.
Everybody sees it the wrong way. Everybody who looks on that camera and thinks that I am possibly in any way guilty doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Now, I have one more question before we leave, okay? I thank you for your time. I know you're busy this evening, but...
Fuck you.
Sorry. What you said that if anybody attends this hearing that they're technically going to be arrested because, it's harassment and stalking.
Especially that motherfucking rapist, Stuba. Yeah, I got a couple words for you. I saw you in the chat. I have one word to share with you. Distraction. Going after a single widowed woman. How dare you? I saw you putting up those 200-pound bags and fighting those. That was supposed to be meant for me, isn't it? Well, that is one way to treat a woman who has experienced so much in her life, who is trying to do better for herself. And you are the example of that, Mr. Rick Bastuba. And let me tell you that everything that you are doing is illegal. Every single thing. If you come over to that courthouse, I will take any measures to defend myself, involving a machete in your neck.
All right, ControLLa. Well, you know what? I'm almost second thinking.
I am innocent
now. So I appreciate you coming up. We're gonna listen to the records this evening, and if, like I said, you
yeah, so you are the record.
You're gonna make me look like the idiot tonight, huh?
All of you people can take it to me and stalk me. We're just an organized group of people that are all against me.
All right. Well, you have a nice night, ControLLa. Thank you for showing up. Yeah. Well, folks, that was ControLLa, okay? I try to do a kind of an interview. It's a little bit difficult with all the screaming and yelling, but we tried our best. But what we did here, there was just one question I did want to get out of this whole interview, and I didn't think she was going to come up. was whether she did it or not. She said she did it. So with that being said, let's get into the facts, the receipts, the records. And before we get into that, let me just say thank you. We did get a donation while that was going on. Let's see here. Let me just acknowledge this donation, and we're going right into the records now. So, okay. Let's see here. I believe that was, that was a Cash App. Sorry. I heard the little ring thing here. Okay. History. Okay, cool. No, I don't know what that was. I thought it was. Okay. But if it wasn't and I didn't see it right, we'll say thank you here in a second. All right. Now, just want to throw a little comedy into the night, okay? Unfortunately, kind of going forth from this time is going to get pretty serious now. And you know my style. I like to have a little fun, a little gaff, even when we kind of go over some serious stuff. Because remember, this is just all internet stuff, folks. Now, what this individual has done, though, is different. They may think this is internet stuff, but in reality, come here on March 20th, we're going into in real life, as they say, okay? And let me tell you exactly why. So what I'm going to start off with is I want to show you that I do have proof of the records, okay? Now, what I'm going to be showing you guys right now is the first page of the record. And actually, before I get that, obviously, we know that wasn't ControLLa. I just want to give a shout out to Stoner Scribe. Thank you for showing up. This is a last minute kind of thing I asked him to do. It's not very easy to improv, and he does an awesome job. Obviously, a lot of you know who Stoner is. If you don't, check out his channel. It's just obviously just Google Stoner Scribe, and he's going to pop right up. Does a lot of fun parodies, funny individual, and subscribe and link up with them. It's a hilarious channel. Got Bombshell, ControLLa, Ski, all the characters on the tube. So thank you, Stoner, for showing up, and shout out to you. All right, let's get into the good stuff here. And I hate to even say that, but you know, it's the truth. That's why I say that. You know, I had to put up, I kind of knew what was going on, and I had to put up with, you know, probably about a month of just sitting there waiting and waiting. But finally I can say, hey, this is what happened. Here's the proof. So what I'm going to post up here is going to be the first page of the records that I received. Now, these were, submitted as a Freedom of Information Act request. That is how I legally got these records. These are public records. Any one of you can request these. It does take a little process. It does take a little time, a little patience, but you can get it. Now, it's easiest if you can walk right directly in that courthouse. Most likely to the clerk's office, you'll get them right there. But obviously, if you're not from that state or city and you have to do this, you know, interstate, whatever, you either do it through mail, fax, or email, okay? It takes a little time, but eventually it is your right and you will get the information, okay? Now, with that being said, let me just get into that. And what I'm going to post is going to be the first page, okay? I'm going to go over and read all the other pages. Like I said, it's not 11 pages. Don't worry, I'm not going to go over 11 pages with you this evening. Most of them were copies. Pretty much there's 3 pages that are all different, okay? Those are going to go over pretty much everything that us as the public are allowed to know, okay? Now, to show you that I do have facts or receipts so that this person or people of theirs can't say I didn't, and this is just all made up for attention and content, like I already know is going to happen. But with this, I think you're safe to say that I was pretty much telling the truth. So let's add this here. I'm going to full screen this so you can see. All right. Now, it's not big. It's not meant to be. Okay. I'm going to, again, read over this with you. This is just to show you what I've received. This is the first page. This is the complainer summons. There is also a page that says defendant's copy. So everything that we're going over this evening, this character, ControLLa, has also received. I think. They may have not received it in the mail, but they're fully aware of it, okay? And I have some proof on that. We're going to listen to another recording that is going to, kind of tell us a little bit about what else is going on with the case. Now,
Let me just flip back. Now, can I, just so I make sure you guys can hear me, because I'll leave this up, can I get some ones in the chat if you can hear me okay? Because I'm going to start reading the paperwork that I have. Oh, it's all public. Yeah, it's not meant to be read. Don't worry. Okay, great. Here we go. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to start from the top. Again, if I don't think their name gets mentioned here, but if it does, this person is going to be referred as ControLLa. So here we go. Within the jurisdiction of this court, while operating a 2010 Mercedes-Benz bearing New York registration, blah, 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 on Route 935 South in the area of Kearney Avenue, the defendant vehicle caused a vehicle collision while operating in a reckless manner, specifically while utilizing a handheld electronic device, which caused bodily injury to the defendant's 5-year-old daughter, who was under the responsibility and care of the defendant, endangering the welfare of the child in violation of New Jersey State 2C 24-4A2. Within the jurisdiction of this court, while operating a 2010 Mercedes-Benz bearing New Jersey or New York registration, blah, blah, blah. Okay, blah, 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 blah. This is what we just talked about, but this is different here. Okay. This is talking now about the bodily injury, okay, which caused bodily injury to the defendant's 5-year-old daughter, specifically complaint of pain to her head, in violation of New Jersey State 2C-12-1C1. Okay? So if you guys didn't hear, we have 2 charges already that are in this summons. Okay? One is 2C-24-4A2, which is endangering the welfare of a child. And then the other one that we just went over is 2C-12-1C1, which is causing bodily injury. She was charged with 2 of those. One was for the injury to her daughter, which says right here specifically complaint of pain to her head. The other one was for injuring the other passenger, and we're going to read what that says here, okay? Again, some of these are little repeats, so I just want to, okay, here we go. So this is going to be now describing the injury pretty much describing the injury and the charge that was charged against her for the passenger, the people that she wrecked into. Okay. Within the jurisdiction of this court, while operating a 2010 Mercedes-Benz bearing New York registration, blah, 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 on Route 935 South in the area of Kearney Avenue, the defendant vehicle caused a vehicle collision while operating in a reckless manner, specifically while utilizing a handheld electronic device, which caused bodily injury to the front passenger of the victim vehicle, specifically complaint of pain to her neck, back left rib area, and left knee. So again, they are acknowledging that the defendant caused the collision while operating in a reckless manner. The reckless manner was specifically while utilizing a handheld electronic device. And not only did we have the bodily injury to the daughter, we had the bodily injury to the front passenger of the victim vehicle, specifically complaint of pain to her neck, back left rib area, and left knee. Yeah, I don't think this sounds as kind of fender bender as we heard from the complaint, ControLLa. I don't know if some of you watched this live, if some of you watched the live stream afterwards, but I do clearly remember her saying pretty much that this was just a fender bender. Yeah, well, fender bender with 2 injuries. And we'll go over kind of that. I'm going to do a little reconstruction of the accident, but there's a reason that she didn't get injured and those other 2 people did. And it's the way that the collision happened, okay? Now, we got something else here that's pretty important, okay? And I will say this is something I actually heard from some other people. And to those people's acknowledgement, you were right, okay? So this has to do with, let's see here. Here we go. Here we go. So that was a lot. Yeah. Well, hearsay, Matt, till the court, till innocent, till found guilty. You're right. This is court records and this is police reports. Okay. But to their acknowledgement. Okay. Now, those were the court kind of records. This is going to be an affidavit from the police officer that actually arrived at the scene of the accident. And we also have an affidavit, I believe that's coming from the detective or whoever's involved in the investigation of said hearing, or of said accident. This is very important right here, okay? Because this was something I heard a lot of people say, and then I heard the ControLLa essentially deny all of this, pretty much call these people liars, okay? And again, innocent till proven guilty. But this is an affidavit, okay? Here we go. On January 16th, 2023, patrol officer, I cannot pronounce this, it's SZTUKOWSKI, okay, responded to a motor vehicle collision involving two vehicles. The defendant was operating a 2010 Mercedes-Benz bearing New York registration, blah, 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 on Route 935 South. The collision resulted in bodily injury to the juvenile passenger of the defendant's vehicle and the front passenger of the victim vehicle. An anonymous email was forwarded to this office with a YouTube link showing the defendant utilizing her handheld electronic device, a cell phone, while operating the motor vehicle and live streaming the entire event. Now, we have another thing here, okay? Okay. That was the patrol officer. This is now, I believe, whoever's investigating kind of the accident here, okay? Let's see here. This is a different name. It's signed as a law enforcement officer, so they may not be a detective, or they may be and they just sign as a law enforcement officer. Either way, this is a different affidavit from a different officer, okay? This violation was brought to the attention of this office by South Amboy Police Department, who initially received an email from an anonymous email account with a YouTube link. The link showed a video of the defendant live streaming prior to, at the time, and after the collision. The video clearly shows the defendant was distracted and not paying attention to the roadway while actively using her handheld device. Based on my investigation, I determined her actions were reckless and in violation of NJS 39-4-96 and NJS 39-4-97.3, as well as the contributing circumstance to the collision, which resulted in bodily injury to another. Patrol officer, and this is referring to the first one, positively identified the person in the video was indeed the defendant. There you go. Okay? And we saw that. We saw it before, during, and after. And here's the thing. She denied a lot of that. Okay? And there's one, she denied an investigation, which has obviously happened. Two, they got a video. That was denied. Okay? And I heard that. Three, this investigation is already clearly saying that they know. They literally, I don't know if you heard it, they had the patrol officer that arrived on the accident watch the video with this other officer, the one that's investigating it. And they said, hey, is this person that's in the video, is that the same person that you saw when you arrived at the scene of the accident? Yes, it was. So there's evidence, okay? It's there. And here's the thing is, who provided this evidence, okay? Who live streamed this? And the sad thing is this live stream is what caused this accident, okay? And I want to get into this accident now, okay? Remember when I was saying, hey, we're going to kind of reconstruct it? Well, if you were kind of paying attention to the injuries, and actually let me read that part. There's kind of a part where it says, goes not into detail, but it does say what injuries were caused, okay? Victim 1 is the 5-year-old daughter of the defendant who complained of pain to her head. Yeah, that's not really good, okay? Victim 2 is the passenger of the victim vehicle who complained of pain to her neck, back, left rib area, and left knee. Okay, so we got daughter who was in the back, and then we have the victim who was, let's see, passenger of the victim vehicle, okay? Passenger. So if you guys kind of watched it, or whether it was live or on a clip, you saw what happened, which was pretty much her merging into a lane, not paying attention, and side-swiping into this person's vehicle, okay? Hence, they hit the victim's, the passenger side, and hence the impact on her vehicle wasn't even to her, really. It was to the rear passenger side, which was where her daughter was sitting at, okay? So for you to say this was a, fender bender, based on what I've read, I don't think the insurance company or the police even refer that to a fender bender, okay? As a matter of fact, there's probably a lot more going on behind the scenes, which I don't have that information, okay? But I guarantee you this is not going to be oh, it wasn't your fault. Here's your check and adios. You know what I mean? These people that got injured, okay, they're probably going to be seeking some type of compensation for that injury, all right? That's different. That's civil, okay? You want to talk criminal charges? Well, we got 3 pretty serious ones, okay? And we've got a lot of evidence. We've got pretty much a video from this person, okay? Mind you, all right? This person is the one that recorded themselves, okay? Pretty much showing how the collision happened. And you have the police acknowledging that it was because of the result of you being distracted because you were live streaming. Okay, now you have your right to defend that. And I hope you've already talked to somebody, because here's what we're going to go over next, folks. There was a lot of talking about that this hearing coming up on the 20th was going to be pretty much her first hearing, right? Which is kind of your arraignment is what they call it. And I believe this person was saying that because they wanted to kind of, keep, to kind of, I guess, what's the word I'm trying to think, pretty much to keep people from, I guess, attending. They were trying to refer to it as a waste of time. This is just going to be a quick hearing. It's just the arraignment, yada, yada, yada. Well, I'm going to play something here that I think I'm going to let you decide on that, okay? I personally think that we've already had the first hearing, the arraignment, and the hearing on the 20th is going to be different. I'm going to play this recording, and then I'm going to show you exactly what they're talking about. And we're going to talk about it a bit, okay? So be a little patient here. Cheers, if you got one. Thank you for all the new people coming in. If you're just joining in, we're just now getting kind of into the nitty-gritty of this evening. We just finished going over the court police records that I received through a Freedom of Information Act request, which is public records, which is accessible by anybody in the public, okay? Now, what we're going to listen to here is a recording. This recording has been edited just so that no personal information is heard. Let's see here.
Oh, criminal records.
Oops, sorry, that's my fault. I forgot I got to stay on the screen to put it to play. So what you're not hearing is our team calling, okay? Just give it a second. You're gonna...
Yeah, I just need the defendant's name and birth date. Okay, hold on, let me see. Let me look it up. I have a birth. I have a case number of 2300340, and it is, let's see, something about child welfare. Okay, it looks like she's got court tomorrow. A remote first appearance. It doesn't say at all. Okay, and yeah, and then she has a pre-indictment conference scheduled on March 20th as well. Okay. That one is in person, yes. $0000340, yeah. Yep. Sure, no problem. Take care. Bye.
All right. So what you just heard was actually, Philippos, that's not information that was available. There was the March 20th information that was, but I don't know if you guys noticed, she said something about a remote hearing. That was actually on the 16th. I called the 15th, okay? That was actually a hearing that wasn't online. Originally, the first charges that came out, they had scheduled that for February 2nd. But if some of you aren't aware, what happened is originally all the charges were brought through Sayreville Municipal Court, okay? Because the charges, the more serious ones, were going to be pretty much investigated and now brought on as a serious charge, they moved those charges up to the Superior Court, okay? That got moved over to the Middlesex Superior Court, all right? So originally, she was supposed to be in on the 2nd. I don't know if that was remote or if that was going to be in person, but that didn't happen because everything got changed from Sayreville over to the Middlesex Superior Court, okay? What we didn't know was there was a hearing on the 16th. That was remote, okay? And if you heard her the second time, she said the next hearing was not going to be remote. That's going to be in person on March 20th. But that's not an arraignment, okay? What that's actually going to be, let's see here. Let's see here. Pretty much, it has a certain name. I had it up here, what they call it exactly. But in the state I'm from, it's called a pre-conference trial, okay? So what's going to happen on the 20th is pretty much
they're going to, and I hope, here's the thing, I'm confused. It's none of my business, but I hope by now, because, all I've heard from this individual is just them ranting about just non-important stuff, okay? Non-important stuff. If I was this individual, all I would be concentrating on is this case, because this is some serious shit. This is in real life stuff, okay? And, again, I said I wasn't going to delve into this person's past history, but I'll let you do that. But bringing a little bit up, because this is going to have to do what we're talking about. This individual does have a criminal record and does have felony charges on that record. So punishments are going to be a little bit different for this person, okay? It's not going to be the same as somebody that's maybe never had anything happen to them, okay? Or maybe had a few misdemeanors on their record, all right? So things change, okay? This is serious, all right? And this is where I'm just blown away at how this person, the last few weeks, has just pretty much wanted, I don't know, in my opinion, it just sounds like they've ignored everything going on, but have spent all their time wasting their energy, their days, times they could spend with their family, they're on vacation, whatever, on drama, on seeing what's going on in the tubes, on addressing a bunch of drama. What does that have to do with you, man? I mean, seriously, you're looking at some serious stuff, okay? And not only that, I mean, we showed tonight there was an injury to this person's daughter, and that's what's really upsetting to me, okay? Honestly, when I saw that, it really pushed some buttons with me, and it was really hard to try to get on this evening without getting personal, because that's not how I do things, okay? But I'm not going to sit here and lie. It hurts, all right? The other thing I want to discuss is, the seriousness of this, okay? We're going to get into what these charges are. We're going to talk about the punishments. But most importantly, I want to talk about this next hearing, okay? What I call is a pretrial conference. Pretty much this person, and I hope, this is where I was going with this, I hope they've already got some legal counsel, whether they're paying for it or it's a public defender, okay? And maybe that's what they're embarrassed about. And if that's the case, you're crazy. I mean, I know this individual likes to talk like, they've got a lot of this and that and bling bling. But if you're just embarrassed for people to know that you got a public defender to represent you, that's nothing to be embarrassed about. Handle your shit. You know what I mean? And honestly, public defenders, some of them do a great job. Some of them may not, but a lot of them do. They do care. Okay. So I don't know what her legal counsel is at this point. I don't care. Okay. It's none of my business. But I hope that you are definitely have already got in contact with somebody at this point. Okay. Because here's where I'm going with this. This next hearing is pretty much where she's either going to plead guilty or not guilty. Okay. This is going to be whether she takes a plea deal if one's brought out to the table at that point. Okay. And at that point, if they do say, hey, this is what we can do if you take this, and she takes the plea, then the punishment is going to be set. The sentence will be put down that day. If she says I'm not guilty, then they're going to assign another hearing. But this is not an arraignment. This is a pre-trial conference. And I had the exact name. I had the website up. If I find it, I'll tell you exactly what it is. But it's pretty much, if you look up type of court proceedings, it's the second proceeding after the arraignment, okay? Which, like I said, my state, they call that a pretrial conference, okay? So that's another little fib. I think that we're going to, cancel out this evening that this was an arraignment. This was just a simple in and out type of hearing. It's not, okay? So let's talk about the charges, okay? So where I'm not confused, I just need to do a little bit more research, is originally there was 5 there. So there was, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. So it was 6 charges. Now, the unsafe lane change, I do not see on here as far as the paperwork, okay? I don't know if these are just charges that they may have dropped. I need to find out what's going to go on. But what I do know is the ones that were the serious charges, the ones that's the whole reason this went up from municipal to superior court, those are the ones that we do know are going to be discussed and what she's being charged with for sure, okay? Those are the ones that are in the court and police paperwork that we just went over, okay? And for some of you that may not know, that was going to be reckless driving.
The reason she was charged with reckless driving was because the use of a handheld device or a cellular device while she was driving distracted, and that's what caused the reckless driving. The other 2 charges that she's being charged with are endangering abuse, neglect of a child. Okay, that's one of them. And then the other 2 are going to be the pretty much the injuries. Okay, the one to the passenger and the one to to her daughter. Okay, so what we're looking at today is 3 charges, 3 very serious charges. Okay, and with that being said, let me read you what in New Jersey these charges mean. Okay. Just make sure this lines up with it. C1. All right, so here we go. So pretty much when you're endangering the welfare of a child means you will have a legal duty for the care of that child. You've assumed responsibility for the care of the child, okay? Now, in reference to what she did, it's endangering because of the accident, okay? The second one, that's going to be here. And these are all things you can look up, you know, if you want to read. I'm not going to read you everything on here, okay? It'd take too long, but you can look up the charges and see exactly what's going to happen, exactly what they go by. But let's see here. There's the assault by auto occurs when a person drives recklessly and causes bodily injury to another. The assault by auto statute includes the driving of either an automobile or a vessel, okay? Because all that is needed is reckless conduct. It is not required that the defendant intentionally hurt another. So it doesn't have to be intentional. It just could be an accident. Bodily injury, because that's what she got, was the bodily injury charge, is defined as physical pain, illness, or impairment of physical condition, whereas serious bodily injury is bodily injury which creates a substantial risk of death or serious permanent disfigurement. Excuse me. Okay? So these are serious charges. Based on what I was reading, and I got to do a little bit more research, these are, I think, felony charges. These are not misdemeanors. Again, I'm not going to just assume anything. I'll tell you right now, I do got to investigate the charges a little bit more to see, you know, exactly what it means for her, specifically based on her previous things, you know, her previous charges. And like I said, I wanted to kind of just give the consideration of that person's privacy a bit by not going into that. There's plenty of other channels, clip channels that have already delved into that. Again, that's all public records too that you can look up. And sadly, because this person advertises themselves everywhere, you can pretty much Google search this person's name and it's going to bring up a lot of the stuff that's already came up, whether it's bad or good on them. Okay. Welcome to the internet, you know. But either way, this is some serious stuff, okay? This was dumbed down by this individual. This is all we've heard these last few weeks, okay? And like I said, you know, it was really hard to just kind of sit here and keep quiet and not call them a liar. And again, you know, based on court, you know, they are proven innocent, or they are not, wait, what is it? You're not guilty until proven, whatever. You're innocent till proven, exactly. You're innocent till proven guilty. Okay, whatevs. All right. So you can assume that that individual has every right to, but I'm going to say, based on the evidence that we read, based on what the police and detective have investigated, based on the fact that they got a recording that is before, during, and after of this whole event, I'm not sure what a defense could happen. You know, I honestly, I'm not an attorney. Okay. I'm not going to speak like one, but you know, even a good defense lawyer at this point, I think the best thing they're going to do is just offer a plea deal or hope you can get one, especially based on your previous criminal record. And here's the thing, okay? And we're going to have some people, and from this point, we're going to get into our open panel, okay? We have a few people that I want to bring up and I want to discuss this with. I want to get their opinion now, especially after we've heard this, okay? I know one person for a fact. I heard a lot of this stuff come from them. I still want to know a lot of the details of, how they got into the conflict that they're in with this individual ControLLa, because that I don't have all the information. And now that I'm going to have them come up, we can find that out. But I will tell you this, I did listen to them talk. And a lot of the things that they said is exactly what we read on this report. So, people, and I saw in the chat, a lot of people saying, hey, you don't know, la, la, la. Well, that's right. We didn't, but now we do. Okay. And I think most of us were right. Okay. I mean, we obviously saw it right live in our face. So I mean, there's almost no chance of having allegations. Okay. That's where I was just blown away. I mean, it's just amazed me that this individual wanted to sit there instead of just, if I was them just shutting up and not saying anything. They spent weeks and days just ranting and raving about how none of this happened. Yeah, well, like I said, to each their own, but I think personally, I know what happened. I watched it, and now that I've seen the police report, I know that they did as well. And the police, they're not dumb, okay? Just like everybody else saw live, they saw exactly what happened. They saw exactly how that accident happened, okay? The thing, though, that really hurts me the most, though, is the lies about the injuries, okay? We obviously saw that somebody had to make a complaint about that injury, okay? Whether that was her daughter or coming from her. I imagine it was probably the daughter. I imagine the police officer probably brought ControLLa and her daughter to the side and started asking them questions, okay? And maybe the officer asked the daughter straight up, do you have anywhere that hurts? Are you feeling okay? And remember what she said. Oh, she's fine. She's fine, right? She's telling, I think, the stepfather. I don't know who that person is. Well, obviously, that daughter was not fine. Obviously, somebody mentioned that her head was injured. So, and again, I don't know the extent of that, and I'm not going to make allegations or assume things, okay? That's something we will never know. Obviously, that's protected paperwork. It's something she went to the doctor, hospital, and even if it wasn't, none of my business. That's a minor, and I don't care, okay? What I care is about the person who caused this, all right? That's who we're talking about today. And with that, I'd like to open up the panel. I did already have a few people that I know that wanted to come up. Let me put the link up here, and that way you guys can come up, and we'll have a discussion about what we heard today. And I think it's going to be fair now, especially to hear from some of these people, now that I think we're all on the same page. There's no more alleging, Let's see here. Oh, thank you for that. Heard the Cash App ring. Let me just acknowledge that while I'm doing that. Thank you. I just heard another one. Let me hit the invite button. Let me copy this, and I'm going to put this into the chat here. Now, I am going to just invite my first speakers that I kind of had arranged. If they're here and want to come up. After that, depending on everything's going, we'll let anybody come up and discuss, okay? I do want to hear from them first. I already had invited them up, and I do want to hear their personal side of everything and get their opinion. And then after that, if anybody else wants to come up and talk about anything we discussed, heard, more than welcome to. All right. I just don't want people getting upset. And, pretty much if these people are talking, I wouldn't even waste time being in the back room because, until they're done, then I'll go ahead and bring up people. Is all I'm saying. Let me just acknowledge our donations here. I will do that. Okay. So thank you for your donation. And I have a request. It says, please ask chat. 1, if guilty, 2, if not. So if we think based on what we heard, we're going to have say we were the jury. You're a jury member right now. Would you find this individual based on what you heard guilty tonight? 1, if they're guilty. 2, if they're not guilty. And thank you for that donation. All right. Let's see. Did I put the link in? Oops, maybe I didn't. Sorry. Oh, that's my fault. Here we go. There we go. All right, link's up. All right. Link's up. Cool. Cheers. I'm going to crack open my second beer here. Definitely a beer-worthy evening. My gosh, huh? Well, cheers. And I'm going to take this other screen off here, and we'll go full mode. Remove. There we go. Cool. I'm back. All right. So I know Rick wanted to come up. I don't know if Rick's in the chat. Rick, that's who I was referring to. And then we also had somebody that was going to come up. I think they can introduce themselves if they're here. They actually are a professional in a career that probably deals with sees a lot of things like this. And they were wanting to come up and speak a little bit about everything that they saw or heard today. Let's see here. And if they're not ready to come up or not, we still have a lot of stuff we can talk about. I just wanted to hear, let me post that again. That way, if they're here and they're ready to come up, there you go. There's the link. Cool. And if I don't hear from them anymore, then we're going to open up the panel to anybody else that wants to come up and talk about it. But, that's the info. I mean, it's there. It's public information. Granted what this person was saying, honestly, and then we heard them, we heard them give a speech about telling the truth, and we haven't heard the truth. And I think what's hurting that individual is the fact that, like I said before, they're hurting themselves with yes people. Okay. They're getting too involved in this internet shenanigans crap, especially, like I said, we're less than 20 days away from this hearing. And they're doing a raffle this evening. And this supposedly individual said they weren't going to come on anymore onto the tubes. And when I heard that, I said, thank you. You're starting to think smart now. Okay. You're hoping, I was hoping this individual was going to start doing the right thing. Nope. That was just another lie. And honestly, I think that's the problem here. And that's what I wanted to discuss. Okay. I've had a lot of people have different, opinions on what they want to see happen from all this. I've seen people that say she deserves jail. Okay. I've seen people say, they'd rather not see her go to jail because they don't want to see her separated from her daughter. They feel that she, going into a program like a rehab program or, a mental health type of program to help her out with this addiction to the internet, which I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I think that's personally what's going on. I think that's one of the big issues right now with this individual is that they honestly have an addiction to the YouTube, to the internet. And it's where they spend all their time, which, hey, if you have nothing else going on, no problemo. Okay. Like I say that. All right. Nothing against even spending, I personally don't do it. I would recommend not to. I think it's healthy that you get out, get a little exercise, breathe in a little fresh air, but nothing wrong. If you have fun just sitting all day in front of your computer and chatting with everybody, exploring the tubes, the internet, that's okay. But the point I'm trying to make is if you have a child, a family, you have responsibilities you need to do, taking care of your house, cleaning, whatever it may be. Do that first, then do your thing, okay? And all I've seen, me personally, from this person is just the lack of responsibility. I mean, every day this person wakes up and all they think about is, okay, I need to get my day started by either, we already know, I'm not going to go down that route. We already know what the day starts with. But after that, it's straight to, hey, let me jump on my channel and see what shit I can start, what's going on. And that's not healthy. And honestly, the content I see from that person's page and channel, it's not even healthy content. It's just bullying. And that's not healthy. She just grifts into these bully matches and then gets hurt when
she gets puts herself as a victim if it doesn't go her way. And that's what I don't understand. I mean, why are you sitting here saying you don't want to get involved in drama? You want people to leave you alone, but yet every day you come on and start shit with somebody, some channel, somebody's talking about you. I mean, honestly, I'm a small guy. You know what I learned when I got bullied was either beat their ass or shut up and ignore them, okay? And that's the two things I did. If I didn't think I could beat their ass, I shut up and ignore them. And you know what happens to a bully when you shut up and ignore them? They might go at it for a bit, but they get bored. They move on, okay? So if I was you, ControLLa, and you had all this shit going on and you wanted to be left alone, why are you coming on every day? Every day. You have Instagram. You even said it yourself. You have plenty of venues to speak to your personal friends. We're not saying not to do that. And you yourself said, I don't want to be out in the public anymore. But here's the thing, okay? This is my personal opinion. I believe you're a narcissist, okay? Like a lot of people we've been discussing. I've seen the same pattern, and that's, eventually that's another episode, but I'm seeing the same pattern between all these bullies that we see on YouTube. And the first thing is they're a narcissist. The second is they're a habitual liar, okay? The third is they surround themselves around yes people, okay? People that will not, and you know what? I'll give some credit to some of her friends and mods. I've seen them. I've watched them give her some advice. She doesn't listen to them. She doesn't care. All that person cares, which is the definition of a narcissist, is themselves, okay? All they think about every day when they wake up is themselves. And you know what? If you're like me, I live by myself. I got 2 dogs. I don't even wake up and think about myself. The first thing when I wake up is I got to let my dogs piss. I got to feed them. I got to play with them. Okay. And I love doing that. All right. It's not even a responsibility. That's my favorite thing to do. Okay. In the morning, afternoon, and evening. All right. That's me. I have responsibilities. I take care of them. But you know what? You have a child. You have a human being to take care of. And here you are every day, addicted to this internet. And that's what I'm saying, okay? I personally don't want to see her go to jail, okay? I think she needs to go to rehabilitation. She needs, and I know she's going to say that she's in a program right now. Well, she is, but it's not, there's no responsibility put on her, okay? They might piss test her every once in a while, but I'm talking about, hey, you can't smoke weed. You got to piss test once a week, okay? You know what? It's going to hurt for a week, ControLLa. We all know that. But ultimately, I think it would be best for you, okay? You're already trying to tackle getting off of one narcotic, and if the weed helps, great. Nothing against it, but you are addicted to it, okay? Just like our other buddy Ski Mask, okay? All I hear every day when I turn on your stream is just you ranting and raving, and like I said before, the sound of that commercial grinder. I'm not addicted to weed. You know what I mean? What the fuck is that, dude? You're having to use a fucking commercial grinder? That's how much weed you smoke? Holy moly. And you know what's real sad? And I've listened to so many videos, and you know what? This is my little rant part. And I'm sorry, I deserve a little bit of it. I've been very quiet for a while. Okay? Is this. I don't care if this person's 10 feet behind you. You are smoking in the same household as your daughter, and you know it, and that's wrong. That is fucking wrong, okay? I don't care how you want to hide it, how you want to cover it. I've heard it. I even have recordings. I'm not even going to play this in because it's a waste of time. We've also heard it before. Literally, I've heard you taking a hit, your child walking in the room, and you literally, hey, no, go. Okay, your child is, and your child, there's video proof of your child. She knows that what mommy's medicine is, okay? At 5 years old, you think that's right? That she knows the difference between you even smoking a cigarette and mommy's medicine. You know that? She knows you're not even smoking a cigarette. I guarantee you at 5 years old, she probably knows, sadly, the difference between a cigarette and marijuana, okay? Which is what you're consuming. Like I said, nothing wrong with that, okay? But you're not doing it with the responsible way. And it's taking over your life, just like the internet is, just like YouTube is. It seriously is. You consume yourself in this internet shit all day, okay? Take a break. You have a daughter to take care of. You have a serious court hearing coming up that, you know what, if you don't play this right and they give you fucking prison, or not prison, jail time, that's going to hurt your daughter immensely, okay? Because she's going to understand where mama went, okay? You know, trust me, she's a pretty smart girl. And sadly, with her being smart, she also understands what you're doing. And it's not right. I'll tell you that. That's my personal opinion, okay? And that was it. Since I didn't have my guest come up yet, I wanted to talk a bit about the situation, you know? Now, let me see here. I'm going to post that one more time. Rick and my other guest, if you are here and you want to come up, you're more than welcome. Otherwise, I'm going to open up the panel to anybody else that wants to come on. All right. So here we go. That's the... Yeah, and I agree with you, Jen. And there's a fine line with that, okay? I know professional weed smokers, you know, hey, it doesn't affect them. They say they can smoke. Well, it's still against the law. You know what I mean? And we've also seen this individual smoke plenty of times in their vehicle, which is crazy. I don't know how they are in New Jersey, but geez, in the state I'm from, they still consider that a DUI, okay? You don't even have to be caught smoking. If they pull up your vehicle and it just smells like smoke, they can slap you with a DUI. I'm actually surprised that one time, whenever they had the police roll up to you when you're sitting in front of your house, that they didn't hit you with that. Maybe they just didn't care. It's just not worth the time since, you know, they figured you're just parked there smoking outside. But I'm telling you what, if you got the right cop where I'm from, they could have easily charged you with a DUI. As long as you don't even have to have the keys in the ignition. As long as those keys are in your pocket, you're in the drive. I've even seen it where people were in the passenger seat. The driver left the vehicle on while they, you know, walked in to get a beer or walked into the gas station, okay? And the passenger got a DUI and the driver, because they knowingly let that person drive, and the keys were in there and the car was running when the cops rolled up, okay? Very simple to get a DUI, all right? And you're just lucky is all I got to say. and that luck's going to end one of these days. And, you know, depending on your record, DUI will land you in jail, you know, and said, I personally don't want to see you there. I don't want to see you separated from your daughter, but you need some help. You need help with your addiction, and you need some mental help to help you with just figuring out your life, figuring out how to balance, you know, this YouTube career of yours that you claim you have with your family and your other responsibilities. Because right now, everybody can see it's not. And all you're doing is putting these horse blinders on. You don't give a shit about anybody except yourself. And sadly, like I said, you don't even listen to your supposed friends, you know. And based on what I've seen, you don't seem to have any other friends at home or even family to tell you what you're doing is wrong. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they already have and seen that, you know, it just goes out one ear and out the other. You know, I don't know. But, you know, me personally, I think you've got a lot of change that you need to do. Your daughter's 5 years old. She's going to grow up quick. Okay. You don't have a lot of time. Okay. You yourself are old. Okay. Shit happens. All right. I live day by day. Okay. And I'm telling you, shit can happen, unfortunately. Okay. You need to take every day like it's your last. That's my opinion. But I mean, this shit of just ignoring this, pretending like nothing's happened, you're not doing anything wrong, it's not going to get you anywhere, ControLLa. If you're watching this, you're going to watch this later. I'm telling you, I'm not doing this to fuck with you. I'm not doing this to be mean. I'm doing this to help you. Along with the 172 people, almost 200 people that weren't here earlier, I think for the most part, everybody just wants you to get some help. That's all. We're not here to see a shit show. I don't do shit shows, okay? We had a little fun earlier. That's what I do. But in all seriousness, what I want to see is just you get some help. And most importantly is because of your daughter. Really, you're old enough. You should know better. You've had your early 20s where you messed up and you could have changed and you did it, okay? I'm just asking you to do this for the little one, okay? Because it's not fair. Not fair to them. All right. Well, looks like our guest didn't want to come up. I don't know if that's on my end or just we're having some issues, but it's all right. You know, sometimes people, I respect privacy. And so if they didn't want to come up and talk this evening, not a problem. And personally, I'm not upset. I just wanted to give them a chance to come up. Now, with that being said, if anybody else wanted to come up and talk about what we heard today, if you have your own personal opinion, if you have a recommendation, if you just want to tell me to F off because you hate me, hey, now's your chance. Cheers. But I do want to say thank you so far for all the donations we've got. This has definitely been a good fundraiser so far, and these donations are getting us very, very close to that ticket. So trust me, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. All right, I'm starting to read questions. Outcast, thank you for joining. I wasn't aware of that. See, and thank you for coming up. If you want to join on the panel, dude, you're more than welcome, Skelly. And I know you might be busy, so chatting's fine, but I wasn't aware about that. So yeah. And see, I'd like to know, even though, it's kind of none of my business, I'm curious, how far or how, what this injury was, obviously, like I said, she's a 5-year-old. So either she said it out of her mouth or the mom had to, right? So somebody had to say something, okay? And when you say you have a head injury, I would think at that age, no matter if you see a bruise, anything, I would take my daughter to the hospital and have them get whatever they recommend, a CAT scan, whatever it is they can do to just check to make sure everything is okay. Did that happen? I don't know. But if you're telling me the next day we're going to trampoline park, come on. I know they don't, Pixie. And that's the thing I'm saying is I'm noticing a pattern. This is total narcissism, man. And it's horrible. It seems like these bully channels just attract them. Like these creators of them are just, and not creators, even the members of some of these, channels are just pure narcissists, man. They don't care. I mean, look at going back. I didn't want to mention it anymore. Ski's whole little cult, right? Look at that shit. We had court records. We had guests come up. We've had people just blue in their face saying, this is what this person is. He's a piece of shit. He's a con man. He beats his mom. He's a woman beater. And yet these people, they don't, and honestly, a lot of them have, found Jesus, as you can say, okay? They saw that shit and they were smart enough to get out of there. And thank you guys for doing that, okay? But it blows my mind the amount of people I see in that chat that they're fully aware of what type of scumbag that guy is, but for whatever reason, which I know what it is, they're just another bully, okay? Bullies attract bullies, right? So, any right-minded person, I'll tell you this, you walk out in the public, okay, and you tell somebody about ski mask and you show them their record, guarantee those motherfuckers are going to say, hell no, motherfuckers never come into my house. I'm never going to talk to a guy like that. And this person's got so-called moms, grandmas, professionals. I mean, literally coming at him like he's Dr. Phil. And something's wrong with those people, okay? They know what's going on. But hey, thankfully, it's like a grain of salt, okay? They're a very small group. There's always going to be that 1%, so I acknowledge it. That's why I've ignored it. Like I said, I've done everything I can. We put out the facts till we're blue in the face. These people just do not listen. And they do. They just don't give a fuck for whatever reason. Yeah, dude, it's getting crazy, Matt. I mean, I'm almost to the point where I don't know if this is a joke or what the hell is going on. I mean, seriously. But yeah, it's a pattern that I am seeing between all these people. And honestly, that's a whole other investigation that might go on because this shit's nuts and it's getting crazy. I mean, it's getting bad, okay? Maybe it's always been there and I'm just getting exposed to it more, but holy shit, man. I mean, I personally have to now take breaks from listening to these people because it F's with my mind. I get mentally sick now, just knowing that there's actually humans in this world that literally are asking a woman beater advice because they're a domestic violence fucking victim. What the fuck? Yeah, I agree, Mel. Dude, Big Venus, you're lucky we're a good channel and we allow people like you because you already know if you were in anybody's other chat, they would go, boop.
right, let's see. I'm just looking down at the questions here. But yeah, it's getting pretty crazy. Like I said, I thought at first, hey, no worries. These people just weren't exposed to it. I give them that. But come on now. I showed every court record till I was blue in the face. And like I said, the court records don't lie. And they still just, oh, he never did it. Oh, it's okay. That just happened a month ago. Whatever. But like I said, to each their own. To each their own. I would be a hypocrite if I start bullying those people, right? So like I said, I just want them to know. But if, they're going to continue after they know to do their thing, hey, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Let's see here. Yeah, and if any of y'all want to come up and talk, don't be scared. Don't be afraid. But I appreciate the chat. That's what I like. This is what I wanted to do here, was just kind of have a chance to read it and answer some questions. If she didn't already have a felony, I would ask if I can go to the military instead of jail. Yeah, unfortunately, they won't allow you with the felony. Stinky, you're funny. And here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing that really annoys me. I'm annoyed at the fact that this individual, and that's why I kind of wanted to have Rick come up and talk about it. And maybe he'll address this later, but I wanted to get down and find out exactly what happened between the two of them. Honestly, because I got in a little bit involved late into that whole kind of conversation between the two, I frankly don't know exactly what was said to each other to start, kind of I guess you could say, the feud that's gone on between the two. And I even hate to say that word because I know, and especially I'm not, as neutral as I stay, based on somebody already lying, I'm going to have to say that I'm going to have to believe most of the stuff that Rick kind of says, because a lot of it, we saw proof here. He said that they were aware. Remember, I heard a statement from him that he said that the office or police were aware of the video. They were aware of how it went down. That was obvious. Okay, I have somebody coming up. Let's see. Hey, what's up, brother? I recognize you. Let me get you on, add you here, okay?
No worries.
There you go, brother. Southwestern Kingpin, how are you?
Oh, pretty good. I just came on to talk a little bit more about what could all happen with ControLLa.
Wait, sorry. There you go. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. I just came on to talk about what could happen more with ControLLa come her court date and everything, since being on methadone and knowing a few things. Yes. It's more of a controlled opiate. They use it as a painkiller too. So her driving on it how she was and smoking weed with her child in the car, like you said, the cop could be, and the judge might raise it to a child endangerment charge. And if even with what she's getting on her child right now, CPS is going to start coming in, look at the calls more that have already happened with her, which ain't gonna be really good on her part. So worst comes to worst, like, yeah, I don't want to see her go to jail, but even worse than jail, she could lose her kid. Yeah. And that, to me, in any eyes, that's probably the worst thing of it all. Like, I would probably rather go to jail. If they were to ask her, like, we take your kid and put her in foster care or whatever, or go to jail, I would choose jail. Like,
yeah, I would do the same thing. I agree with you, Southwestern Kingpin. 100%, man. And that's exactly my personal opinion. I don't want to see her separated from the child. I think that's horrible, especially at her age and as smart as she is. She's going to know, exactly. Mom got in trouble. Mom's in jail, and hey, if she has to do that to keep her kid, I'm with you 100%. But if they can get her into a better program, which, like you mentioned, I know she is on the methadone program to help her get off of the addiction she had before, which I believe she said was heroin and opioids. But it's still, like you said, a painkiller.
So it's an opioid, so it's going to give you that effect, I would imagine. And then mixed with the marijuana, it is. Even though you might think you can drive on it, technically you still are under the influence of something. And I personally would never put and risk my child drive. If you want to drive on your own, which is bad because you can risk other people. But man, with the 5-year-old in the back, that's just crazy. And we know she does it a lot. We know it happens on a daily basis.
Yeah, like, I understand you want to go for smoke a doobie and drive by yourself, whatever. That's your own prerogative. You're putting yourself in danger, and yes, like you said, you're putting other people in danger, but that's what you're doing. You're not putting your child in danger. I can't really say no, don't go for smoke a doobie and drive, because I've done it with people 100 of the time. So I would be kind of a hypocrite of that, but I would never get high, drive a car, and then have a kid in the back. And the way it sounded, how her kid went, I don't think her kid was strapped in my opinion, because you hear do 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 do. And, like, even if the seat wasn't strapped in right, you wouldn't hear it like that.
Right.
It sounded like something was bouncing around more back there.
Yeah, I heard that too. I know what you're talking about. I mean, I didn't know at first when I watched it, it sounded a lot worse. And then maybe it was the collision, but I couldn't tell if it was that or maybe the phone, rattling on the ground, what was making that sound. But, who knows? Like I said, I don't want to make allegations, but we obviously know there was an injury. Somebody said it, whether it was the daughter, her, the combination of both. But yeah, I'd like to know if she maybe, and I guess most of the facts I got through the public records request, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be part of their investigation, is to see if whether they can tell if her child was strapped or not, or whether they don't care because they're already, getting with the endangerment. So.
Well, yeah, they would ask her child, and if the CPS say, well, that's the thing, if they use her daughter as a witness, she ain't going to be able to be around her mother for the duration of the court case.
Right.
So, and
now,
then
let me
they're
ask
going to
you
use...
this, since you're up here, and again, if you don't know much about this, I don't expect you to give an opinion, but what is your opinion on her discussing about possibly bringing her child to the court case on the 20th?
If she's just bringing her because she doesn't have anyone to watch her, I would say that's fine, as long as the child's gonna be acting okay. I know with my aunt, I've had to go, she couldn't find anyone to babysit her, and had to bring her to court cases before too, and it happens. But if she's gonna bring her and try to use her a witness on her side, she also has to remember, if she's using her as a witness, the prosecution can also use her as a witness too.
True that. That is, you are correct on that.
So she might not want to, but also then again, I don't know about how far age of consent where they could call someone up to be a witness, but they could call her to be a witness because she was there.
I have seen small children up there, but again, I'd have to check what the age is, because you're probably right. I'm sure they do have some type of age of consent, or just, obviously at certain ages, children aren't going to be able to, sit in a chair and answer questions,
Or even just the body cam footage from the cop, if he took it, or his notes, is enough to...
And everything I read, that's all it said was just about the head injury. So I do not have any exact specifics as, what happened after, if there was actually, even if EMS was called, because we saw the live stream right after. And obviously we weren't in a hospital. It looked like she was at, on the side of the road waiting for, I guess, stepdad or dad or somebody to come pick them up, since the vehicles, I think, got towed away, is what I assumed or understood. But I didn't see any mention of going to see a doctor. I didn't see them going to the hospital. Like I said, I just witnessed them standing on the side of the road. And that was at the time, which I personally got a little upset, was she was kind of asking the daughter to kind of talk about it, almost to kind of like dumb down the accident a bit. I don't know if you had a chance to see that. And
I
wasn't
missed
cool
that
with
part.
involving her. You know, I wasn't already cool with her live streaming after the accident. I thought that was nuts, you know. But the fact that she was doing that and then brought her child in almost like, hey, come in on the interview and tell everybody, you know, we're okay and it wasn't a big accident. I didn't like that. You know, it almost just kind of, for me personally, that almost acknowledges kind of the reason she wants to bring her daughter. And like I said, I agree with you. If she doesn't have anybody to watch the daughter, I get it. But I've also seen plenty of people, this is from her, you know, that she's taken her daughter to visit. She talks about it all the time, how she leaves her daughter at the in-laws, you know, for days, weekends, you know. So I personally think there are people that be more than willing to help her watch the daughter. But, you know, I just kind of don't know what's going on because, like I said, I've seen her use her daughter in her YouTube videos, which I'm not cool with, you know, especially with minors. So I'm really kind of just, you know, up in the air. You know, I would like to give her the fact that, yes, it is the fact that, you know, I'd like to give her, you know, the point that it is a fact that, you know, she can't find a babysitter, but I don't know. You know, at this stage, I really can't tell because she lies so much, you know.
Well, she's pretty much turning into Trishalicious at this point, if you really want to go there with how she's acting with her child and everything now, and that's what she was all against before, and now it's like kind of a hypocrite.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing I see is narcissism and a lot of hypocrite. You know, this the hypocrisy. You know, it's like you said. I've watched her streams where she's gone at it with Trishalicious, and you know, again, I don't agree with the both of them. You know, tonight we're discussing one, not the other, but I don't agree with their parenting. Again, I'm not going to get into that with Trisha's side, but you know what we're focusing on is the person, and even then, you know, a lot of people didn't agree with ControLLa's parenting till this accident. You know, and that's the thing is we're not going after her; we're going after the accident. That's what we're following her. You know, I think she came at me personally, like I was doing this personal against her. I start off as a clip channel. As a matter of fact, I even have screenshots and I took them because I had a feeling this was going to happen, that ControLLa used to actually be a fan of my channel when I was covering Ski Mask. The first little honest video clip I did of hers, okay, before this accident, I got a mean old message from her. And then, you know, a few streams, I posted a little parody of it where she's just going off on me and calling me her same little dick rider or whatever she says, eat a dick shit. You know, and it's like, really? You know, first you're sending me messages how you're a big fan, and then now when I poke a little bit at you, you know, so, and I thought that was funny because she doesn't mention any of that. She just kind of straight goes at me like I'm personally attacking her and I've been contacting her. I've never reached out to her. As a matter of fact, she contacted me first and was kind of almost in a way trying to set me up as like, why are you coming? Are you here to harass? And that's the word I don't like is she's pretty much labeling anybody that wants to attend a public court hearing as a stalker and a harasser. And as a person that's totally against censorship, you know, and, you know, hey, you know, we have the right as a public to attend that hearing. I think that's just ridiculous, you know, but my personal opinion.
It's
you know,
her way of trying to get it thrown out or moved off or like any way she can get it so it's lesser, she's gonna do it.
Right.
But also, she could just be upset you didn't contact her to get the first interview and put her on live. And
well, that's what she's saying now. I heard her say something like, if people would have reached out to her, I'm like, dude, you should see the message she sent to me. That was totally not a, hey, let's talk about, and it's like, well, what's to talk about? You know, it's all we're doing is just putting out the facts. You know what I mean? If you didn't do anything wrong, there's nothing to worry about. And that's what I think is kind of, you know, like kind of almost like a hypocrite, you know, even like Ski Mask, these people claim they don't do anything. And minute that record comes out, it's like, hey, you know, the facts don't lie. But I will give her that proven, you know, she has not been proven guilty yet, but I think the facts are there. But my personal
I have seen it before, and they've had a lot of evidence, and the drunk driver gotten away, and he even killed somebody. Like he ran him over, ran away from the scene of the crime, tried to hide the vehicle, and Buddy got off with maybe probation for it because he was a wrestler at the time. and he was going for all Ontario or whatever. It's like, it don't matter if you kill someone, accident or not, you should go to jail. Just like if you hurt someone, accident or not, you should do your time, rather it be probation, community service, doing anger management or drug rehab or drug counseling. And even just in her case, like, she could just maybe need to talk to a psychiatrist or something. It would help out more, because even with me, like I said, I'm on methadone, and for me to just be able to go talk to a psychiatrist or somebody, just a lot better, because it's someone to talk to.
Right. And if you know, and I appreciate you being honest with everybody, you know, and sharing that information. And if you don't mind me asking, do you, you know, and I imagine you're in a program, then a methadone program, which
Yeah.
is going to have some type of counseling service. Is that correct?
Yeah, like how it is here in Canada is that you go in, you register, you have to leave a sample once a week, and their P tests are really accurate and high tech now from what they used to be, so it can detect how many days in, like, whatever you say you do something. But you have to go in, leave a sample, then you usually, most of the time, you see some type of counselor. It's like just to say ask how you're doing, like your dose need to be lowered, what meds need to be filled, so they can put it in the notes. And then you go back out, sit for maybe 5-10 minutes, wait for the doctor to call you in. You go in, they say, oh, your dose is fine. Yep. Oh, I just need a refill on these meds. I'm doing good. Da 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 da. Okay, we'll see you in a week if you have so many carries, or depending on if you're trustworthy enough, you could get a week full of carries and have to see the doctor every week. If they don't trust you enough, if you've been caught pissing dirty too much, caught selling your methadone, giving it away, not taking it right, abusing it, they'll start you all the way back, or even kick you off the program where you can't come back into the building.
Wow.
So,
And let me ask you this, and it may be different, I don't know, between the States or Canada, but do they allow marijuana on the drug test? Is that accepted, or is that considered like a fail?
At first, when marijuana wasn't legal in Canada, they didn't really like you smoking it, because they still thought at the time it was a gateway drug. They didn't know much about it, how much it actually helps. Like, with me, at one point when I was first on methadone and getting on and then getting off drugs, I was puking all the time. Like, they're trying to say it was from weed, from ciclet vomiting, so they don't want you smoking it if you're puking all the time, because you can't keep your methadone down or whatever you're taking. And then once it became legal, they said use it at your own discretion. Use as much as you need to feel comfortable. Like, if you're going down and you're trying to wean yourself off, or like if you're trying to get off weed, you could also use the methadone to help for whatever withdrawals you have from weed, because everyone's different. Some people can't eat, some people restless legs, annoyance, or pretty much just watch a Randy stream and you can figure it out.
Yeah.
But they don't want, because then with that, most people and some people go back to using harder drugs to get rid of those feelings. But now with it becoming legal and they finding out more, they say it's okay as long as you're using it recreationally and responsibly. Like, pretty much just like drinking, like having a beer or whatever. Like, no, as long as you're not going crazy, they don't care. As long as, but they don't agree with smoking and driving or smoking around your kids. They like try to say keep it to maybe one joint a day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and maybe one at night. But you don't need to be smoking 24/7.
Sure, sure. Well, I appreciate your insight, man. Thank you so much. I think for people that aren't familiar with those programs, I think you've informed people a lot on how that works because there's only so much we see. Obviously, I've watched live streams where ControLLa live stream herself parking right into the methadone program parking lot, which just based on like my experience with like hospitals and stuff, I don't think they would allow video recording as soon as you get into the parking lot, but again, I don't know if that's just different in states or whatever, but we've obviously seen it. We know, what goes on, but a lot of people may not know how the program works and the extent of it. So I appreciate you, giving us that detail. So thank you.
And no problem. I'm just gonna hop off here. I'll see you in chat and stuff. I just thought I'd come on and give some insight about what could happen with her kid and everything. And
yeah, no, I appreciate that because, like I said, a lot of people don't realize or get that insight because they've either not experienced or gone through a program like that. So I appreciate you coming in, Southwestern Kingpin, and I wish you best luck. I hope everything goes well for you and with whatever goals and things you have set. So. I commend you on your mission on sobriety. So, thanks for watching and thanks for joining the panel.
Yeah, thank you. And I can't wait for the more traveling streams and all that. They do end up pretty good. And if you ever go to the one place we talked about in Discord, they do have quite a few nice things around there. Like maybe an hour or two away from where it is, and it's pretty nice. Like you take a train there and everything, so it's not that bad.
I'm actually looking forward to that if I can fit it in. So, and we might dab into a little bit what we're talking about because I'm sure some people are like, "What?" But I got you. So,
well, with the justice system, I know. Even in the States, because I have a couple friends there, summertime is when anything will probably actually end up happening that would be worth going anywhere. Even, especially anywhere like cold or anytime, it seems like summertime is the best time.
Right on. Yeah, I'm not much of a cold person, I'll tell you that. But, yeah, no, I appreciate it. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. And I might even discuss a little bit about what you're talking about. So I appreciate you coming up and thank you for participating. And again, thanks for joining the channel, man. I really do appreciate that. And there's going to be a lot of stuff going on in this month in March. So, definitely going to be a busy month. So tune in for that. Well, Southwestern Kingpin, thank you, and you have a nice evening. I appreciate you coming on.
Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. All right, folks. Well, that was Southwestern Kingpin. I appreciate him coming on and giving us his opinion and giving us a pretty good, pretty good kind of idea or breakdown of how the methadone program and which it sounds like he was discussing obviously Canada. Some of y'all didn't hear, but yeah, and I'm pretty sure their programs between the States and Canada are very similar, especially since it's I believe methadone program is a federal program. So I would imagine it's pretty much almost the same in all the states, But again, I'm not very versed in that. I'd have to look more into that to give you guys exact information. So I don't want to start speaking on something I don't know. And that's why I appreciate our guests for coming on and giving us that exact information. Okay, so thank you again. All right. Well, if anybody else wants to come up, let me just post the panel link again since that got lost with all the chat. But I think one point that I got from our guest was, the fact as far as how, everybody kind of reacts to that combination of the methadone and marijuana differently. And, it is illegal. I mean, technically, even being prescribed an opioid medicine, and it doesn't have to be an opioid. There's some medicines, whatever, the medicine that says on the warning label, do not drive or operate machinery under the influence of, what I mean? you can definitely get a DUI even with a prescribed medication. If you're abusing it, or like it says, do not drive or operate machinery, and they find out that, hey, they pull you over for kind of swerving a bit, and they do a breathalyzer, you don't blow it, you pass it. They're not dumb. They're going to know you're on something that's not alcohol, okay? And they have tests for pretty much everything now. So I know for a fact, okay, based on my research, that you can get a DUI even being on prescribed medication. And think about it. You're on prescribed medication and you're mixing that with another drug. Some people may be able to, doesn't affect them, but either way, it is against the law. And for some people, maybe it does. We don't know. I mean, obviously, there was an accident that came up from this. Was it the live streaming that was going on? Was it a combination of being on the drugs? Was it a combination of both? I don't know, but that's why we're here discussing this, like I said, it reacts differently to everybody, everybody reacts differently. I know there's people that they have 2 beers. They're already like, woo, there's no way they'd be able to drive in a car. Okay. And there's people that 2 beers, it's like drinking water for them. Okay. But the thing is what you blow in that breathalyzer. It's depending on your state, it's past that 0.00 something. Doesn't matter how you feel. Doesn't even matter if they pulled you over and it wasn't even for swerving or anything related to a DUI. If they get any indication that you might be under the influence of anything, whether you were swerving or not, you can get, put in jail. You can get a ticket. So, again, just depends on the state, depends on the officer, but it is a serious thing to be driving under the influence of drugs, and like I said, some people may react differently, and I guess we'll never know. Maybe, when we're covering the court hearing on the 20th, if it comes up during the hearing, we will, we'll find out exactly if they ask questions regarding to, do you feel like you were able to drive? Did you feel like, whatever. It may not come up because they obviously didn't cite her for it, which if they didn't, she's probably really lucky, because I guarantee you that car, whether she smoked that afternoon or that morning, doesn't matter if she smoked in the evening, that car, reeks like weed, okay? Especially if she's smoking this high-grade strength weed, that stuff stinks, okay? So there's no way that car didn't smell like a joint, okay? Like I said, maybe the officer just didn't smell it. Maybe they just, said, hey, this person's already going to be facing so many other charges and they're already screwed. Fuck it. But I'll tell you what, you get the wrong officer, they would have definitely gone that route. You know what I mean? Especially with a child in the back. So, all right, I'm just looking now. I'm kind of looking at the chat here. Well, why don't you come on in, Stinky Pinky? Yeah, Snert, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, geez Louise, you know what I mean? You that's like if I came on stream 100 times, okay? And all 99 times except for one time you see me smoking a joint and I'm saying, yeah, it's weed. And that one time I come on and say, oh, it's CBD today. Come on. You know what I mean? You don't believe me? So I just, like I said, I think what this person needs to do, the first thing they need to start with is just being honest with yourself, okay? If you're watching ControLLa, like I said, I know it's probably going out this year and out the other, whatever. But please, if you can just absorb one thing, okay, one bit of advice, all right? And this is coming from myself. I'm not anybody professional to give this, but just one bit of advice, man. Just start being honest with yourself, okay? Take responsibility. And I think if you can just start with those 2 things, you'll see a little bit change. Now, we don't expect change to happen right then and there, but you need to start somewhere. And I think just being honest with yourself is the most important thing. I think once you figure that out, you'll be able to, start working on a better path. And you do. I don't care if I'm not a professional or not. I've been in this world long enough, okay, that I can tell you this shit is not normal. Okay, people don't do what you do. Okay, people don't act the way you do. All right, and people certainly don't just go on like this is just some little fucking doing 5 miles over the speed limit ticket. Okay, and then still coming on the tubes and starting drama and shit And here's the thing that gets me, you know, like I said, and that's why I don't know. I don't know if she really has a lawyer or not, because I would imagine if she did, the first thing a lawyer would tell her, especially when they're reading, right, what we just read. So they obviously see this person's got a problem with live streaming, okay? And any lawyer is going to notice that, because they're going to be like, you really live streamed yourself causing the accident? Okay, so they obviously know that's the problem, is this live streaming. The first bit of advice they're going to tell that person is, do not get back on YouTube. Keep your mouth shut. The police can be watching. This can be used as evidence because it is on tape, just like they're using on evidence right now. And see, here's the thing. I can already see this coming from her. Oh, they can't use what's on YouTube as evidence. It's just YouTube. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay? You're filming yourself. It's your face, all right? I know maybe a text message can be edited or whatever, manipulated, but your live stream, you're not that great, okay? You're not some fucking superhuman hacker that knows how to like green screen your, nothing, okay? That was you driving. They know it was your voice. They saw everything, okay? But what I'm trying to say is I could already see that as an excuse, you know, oh, they can't use that against me. Oh, they are. They are, okay? They got that anonymous video, and it don't matter if it's anonymous. They don't need that person to come in and testify against you. All they need is the video. And honestly, all they have to do at this point is subpoena, even if there was going to be an issue with like, well, you know, is it illegal? All they got to do is subpoena YouTube, and they'll get the little embedding code that says, yep, this was live stream on YouTube from this channel, okay? They're going to know, all right? And they don't even have to go that route. They already have it, and they're using it as evidence, okay? So yes, they can use whatever you say on the tubes as evidence. And that's what I'm telling you. Any right-minded lawyer, if you have one right now, and if you don't, you better get one, okay? Like I said, don't play yourself stupid because you don't want to, you know, people to know you're, you know, kind of low on the funds and you got to, you know, ask for a public defender. Do what you got to do to help yourself, okay? So I hope you got some type of legal representation, but I guarantee you, if you did, the first thing they told you was keep your mouth shut, okay? And you have not done any of that. Quite frankly, you've done the opposite of that, okay? You've invited people. You've started drama. You almost want this to happen. And that's the narcissism. That's what I want people to understand and realize, okay? Any right-minded person would not, they would shut their mouth up. They don't even need a lawyer to tell them that, okay? This person is inviting, although they're saying they don't want the drama. I don't want the drama. I don't want the drama. They're inviting the drama because, and even though there's nothing going to happen, this is all bullshit, lies, and allegations coming from her mouth about, you know, I mean, did you see, that's why I wanted to play that conversation that we had, okay, with the clerk, okay, at the courthouse. Did you see how easy it was and how nice that person was to provide the information that we asked for? Okay, she didn't care to know what my name was or if, you know, what my purpose of the business of the call was, because it's all public information. She knows that. That's why she gave it out, okay, with no problem. Have a nice day. Thank you for calling, okay? Did she say, oh, hey, now, if you go and tell people that's harassment? Nope. Nothing like that, okay? Those are your lies to people. That's why I came out tonight. I wanted people, one, to know the truth, the facts, but I'm tired of this fucking crap coming out of your mouth that, you know, anybody that wants to come to a public court hearing is going to be a stalker, they're a harasser, and they're going to be arrested by the police. I would love for you, I mean, how's that conversation going to start? Hi, court clerk. Yeah, so anyways, the following people are not allowed. And I don't know if these are their names. These are just their YouTube channels and YouTube handles, okay? And now, if these people come in, I want them arrested. Yeah, shut the fuck up, okay? So this is where I do get a little mean, okay? And I think I have the right to. Like I said, I don't want to see bad things happen to this individual. I don't even want him to go to jail. And I know a lot of people do. Everybody has a different opinion, okay? Mine might not even be the right or best. I just personally would like to see change because, like I said, only reason I give a shit about this is, one, this is what our channel does, okay? Two, you brought this on yourself, okay? You live streamed yourself committing a crime. And three, you are a public figure. You want to be a public figure, Okay, don't say you're not. You made yourself one, and you love it. You love the attention. Okay, so that's why we're here. But most importantly, I really don't care about you. Okay, I know there's probably a lot more people doing worse stuff than you. Okay, we just went over a guy last month that's probably, if you're a 4, he's a 10 on the shithead level, okay? But like I said, you need change, all right? And sad thing is I don't think you even think that. I don't even think you realize that. I think you're still just like, fuck everybody, and I'm going to get out of court and this and that. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm telling you this, okay? If you think you're going to walk in that courthouse with the same attitude you have now, you're in for a reality check. Because what I read, all these facts, the fact that they have you dead rights committing the crime that you're being alleged of doing, it doesn't look too good for you. Like I said, I know enough of the law, not going to dox things, but I know enough that if I was a lawyer, I'm definitely, if you said, oh, I don't want it, not guilty and, whatever we've got. No. All right. That lawyer is going to look at your record. They're going to look at the reports and they're going to say, listen, the best thing we can do right now is just hope that the prosecutors will accept a plea. You know what I mean? And, I apologize. I didn't have all the information today, but, I maybe in the next stream, which is going to be a fun one. I don't want to, kill us with all this drama too much. Because like I said, it's not healthy for you. But I do want to, get down to the nitty gritty of, what exactly you're looking at as far as punishment if you are found guilty. Because based on what I'm seeing as far as charges, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's mandatory jail time, if there's an option of no jail and just probation. But I can tell you, it's not going to be a little slap on the wrist and 10 hours of spray painting graffiti off the wall, cleaning walls of graffiti. Okay. If you're found guilty or you plead guilty, you're going to have to step up. And like I said, I think the best possibility or option for you would be just getting into a rehabilitation program that's going to help you better. Okay. Get away from these things that you're working on. Okay. And second of all, you need some mental help. You need I don't know. And again, I don't want to make allegations, but I think the mental help that you're alleging that you have is just the, simple counselor, and nothing wrong with them. They're doing a great job, but they deal with a lot of people. Okay. It's your methadone counselor at the clinic. Okay. Because like our guest said, that's part of the program. That is not a person that's going to diagnose what you have. They're there to help you with your drug addiction. They're not there to help you with the fact that you're a narcissist, you're a habitual liar, and some other things going on, okay? That's what you need to find as a professional that's going to help you with that. And you know what? If you can get it for free, okay, hey, even better. If the state mandates you for that, I would take it in spades, okay? And I would do my best to, learn, observe, absorb, and change my way from that program. Okay, but that's what you need. If you think like, going once a week, talking to somebody, that just wants to know, whether you need to up your dose or how you're doing, that, like I said, those people do a great job at what they do, but it's to help you with the drug addiction, not the other things you got going on in your life. And that's what you need help with. Okay. That's it. That's my 2 cents. I'm not going to kill it. I'm sure your own mods, your own friends have told you the same thing. It's not that hard. Stop the lying. Just start taking responsibility that you fucked up, that you're not doing good right now, and that you could do a lot better. And like I said, the most important thing, the reason why, what I hope this coverage, what we get out of all this, is the fact that you see the change that you need to take care of your daughter, because that's the most important thing in all of this, is an innocent 5-year-old right now that has no father, okay? Rip, bless his heart, okay? That you are now the only person that they look up to. Yeah, they have their family and relatives, but you're their hero, okay? You're their little me. You're their big me, okay? They look up to you for everything. And what I've seen, I think you can do a lot better, and I think you know it, okay? You just, for whatever reason, which I don't understand. I mean, that's like I said, I'm still, a lot of the things, the ski cult, this going on, I'm still blown away. I still cannot find an answer to why this shit goes on. Just other than, hey, There's a billion of us. We all have different feelings, all have different personalities, and, you know, disagree and agree on all sorts of different things. But I think the majority of people, I think if you had a rate out of 100%, I guarantee you 98% of the people that watch you are in your chat, participating outside of the chat, that watch you on the other channels that cover you. They just want to see you get help. They just want to see change, you know. That's it. I doubt any of those people are on watching you, waiting to see you get put in jail, waiting to see you get stalked and hurt. Nobody wants to see that. You're the one putting that rhetoric. You're the one, like you say, changing the narrative. That's coming out of your mouth. And honestly, I can't believe anything that comes out of your mouth anymore. It's all bullshit half the time, or most of the time. So, and we all make mistakes. See, that's the thing, all right? We all make mistakes. Some not so serious as others. I'm not saying all of us have felonies. I don't, okay? Never even been close to anything like that, all right? And I'm not bagging on people that have felonies. People make mistakes. I have personal friends that have felonies, but you know what? Every single one of them changed their shit, okay? They learned and they moved on, and for the best. And I can guarantee you most of those people are probably happy that something happened other than them dying or hurting somebody that, you know, changed their fucking mind, you know, changed their way of living and let them get their found Jesus moment, you know. So I still think you need your come to Jesus moment. And I hope this is going to be it, you know, but sadly, I don't think unless you get some type of punishment. Now, I already told you, I don't want it to be jail, but you do deserve some type of punishment for the crime you did. And I think you need it. I think you need it to start this intervention, you know, because if nobody else is going to intervention, your family doesn't care, you know, your e-friends, they don't live there with you. They can't intervene. You need intervention. You need somebody to take your keys away, say, hey, you can smoke, you can do what you want, but if you're going to go outside or need a ride, you either call an Uber or you got to ask us to drive you there. Or if you're sober, we'll let you take the car. Okay? Shit like that, you know, some responsibility. All right? Like I said, especially when you got a 5-year-old looking up to you, man. You know, and even if you did it, you know, I don't want to see you hurting other people, but it's clear cut. You have a little mini-me. They look up to you, and you need to take care of them. Get your shit in line. Get your shit straight, okay? Get off the tubes. It's not going to be permanent, okay? Just, and you know what? Or put some balance to it. Shit. You know, if you think that this is your life, you're happy with doing it, fine. But you are not putting balance between what you're doing right now and your family and your other responsibilities, man. And there's pictures, okay? I saw those pictures the other day that came up of your house. I don't care if that was a year ago. I don't care if that was yesterday. The fact that you would let a child sleep on the ground or on look like a fucking dog bed with a bunch of trash and shit around, that's horrible, okay? And then, you know, you want to, you know, praise yourself or put yourself out like you're, you know, some bougie, you know, Staten Island, you know, girl. And I mean, cut the shit out, man. You're a drug addict. You have a lot of problems. You're in recovery. You're not really, again, I'm not going to get in your personal information, but that's not your problem. That's a problem, but you got other things going. But you are not a perfect mom. You are not a good person. And you are not taking care of your daughter the way you should. That's my opinion. Drop the mic. Anyways, I'm not going to fill your head with a bunch of shit, you know. Yeah, NJ counseling. Sorry, I have to do my counseling since my professional counselor couldn't make it. And you want to know why? It was a little late because they had to put their child to sleep. Hey, I get it. They had a hard day at work. They had to put their child to sleep, okay? No problem, because it's just the internet. Okay. So I had to come out and do my own New Jersey courts counseling. No, I'm not a counselor, but hey, like I said, I think most of us agree on the same shit. And most of us probably been around this world long enough to start saying, you know, giving a little advice. Maybe 10 years ago I couldn't, but I'm almost 40. I think I can start giving a little advice. I'm almost reaching my half of my lifespan, if that. I got the receipts. That was it. How can you argue against that? You know what I mean? And I don't even want a reaction. I don't want to see her come tomorrow and give a speech, or after I'm off, give a speech. No,
The best thing you can do is just shut up, get to your fucking court hearing, and move on with your life, okay? But if you're going to sit there and try to make up bullshit and argue against the receipts, that's just going to make, that's literally going to make you look like what we are talking about tonight, a habitual liar, if you're going to argue against what we just went over, okay? Like I said, the best thing for you, ControLLa, is that, you don't got to admit it. I'm not saying, hey, I want you tomorrow to come on and say yes, not at all. I just wanted the facts out there because I was frankly getting tired of hearing you just lie. And most importantly, you dragged my name into it, okay? I even got accused of being a pedo because I got a fucking mustache on. That's the lowest you can get because you don't have any fucking records on me because your little spies couldn't find anything on me. All you can come up with is, oh, you got a mustache. You must be a pedo. Yeah. Fuck you. That's the bullshit I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Just right there. All you know is just name calling. That's the first thing you do. When you get pinned to a corner, you just start name calling and making crazy accusations. This shit, this is real life shit too. I'm going to tell you this, okay? This shit of accusing people of being stalkers and harassment. Again, I don't know what's going on between you and other people, but you even just fucking sending me an Instagram message and not even saying, hey, can we talk? Or, hey, hi, my name's ControLLa. Nice to meet you. The first thing out of your fucking mouth in your message is, why are you harassing me and my child? Are you a stalker? You don't think I knew what that was? All you wanted to do was rile me up so you could screenshot my message and hope that you could run down to your police department and say, hey, look it, this person's harassing me. I read you like a book a mile away. And all I did, I still stayed professional. As much as you pissed me off, okay, I still stayed professional. I said, you know what? I'm going to be having a panel show. We're going to be discussing your charges. Would you like the opportunity to come up and talk about it? She kind of responded. I almost thought she was going to kind of be a little frank and have a little, decency, because her next response was kind of like, well, obviously I can't talk about it, so I can't come up. And I was like, understandable. You can, but I get it, But right after that, she just went straight to, hey, you didn't answer my next question. Why are you harassing? I said, fuck you. I didn't even answer her. I just said, have a nice day. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get it. I already know what you're trying to do. And it's sad that that's exactly what you're trying to do now. That's your tactic, is to try to, allege, pretty much. And let me tell you something, ControLLa. If you did that to the right person, and even me right now, what you've said to me, what you've accused me of, if I wanted to be a dick, I could straight up accuse you of slander and start going down that road, okay? I don't think you realize a lot of the shit that comes out of your mouth, a lot of the stuff you do will affect you in real life when you get the right person. You've just been used to this hiding behind a computer and a black screen your last 2 years that you think you can get away with anything, and that shit's changing, okay? It's kind of like ski mask, that bullshit of you guys come on and do this bully shit and then think because you delete your video right after that you're A-okay. Fuck you, okay? YouTube's catching on to you little rats and what you do, you little bullies, your little tactics. And it's just disgusting, okay, that you come on a platform just to be a bully and talk shit, all right? And then you think because you erased it, can't get me. No, all right? A lot of the shit you do, just like when you false strike my channel and a lot of other channels, that's illegal, okay? And guess what? I got a DMCA notification saying my video got put up, and guess what that means now? I can go take you to fucking court for false striking my channel, okay? You're out of your mind, and you want to accuse people of harassing you? You're the harasser. You're the bully. Worry about yourself and your child, man. Don't worry about me. Hey, this is just my second IPA, man. But they must be strong because the words are flowing. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, I'm trying to be as professional as I can, but I'm not going to lie. This individual as went out doxing a bunch of information. They've attacked me already prior to all of this, okay? This individual literally has videos of her calling me a bunch of names prior to all of this, okay?
like I said, she was a fan of my clip channel. The minute I did one clip on her, boom. You know what I mean? So this shit of, oh, you're stalking me, you're the bully. You've been, and like I said, I don't even want to get into it, but you better start realizing all this shit you do on the internet that you think you're not going to get in trouble with, it's going to start coming down, especially, you know, now that the courts are aware of what you are and who you are, okay? You're a little broad, a live streamer that likes to get in accidents because you live stream shit, okay? You're not going to be on their good side, that's for sure. I've been really polite about it. I appreciate that. My dogs don't need to go out yet. They already went out earlier. Don't worry about me. And you know what? Maybe out of the respect of the channel, some of the speakers didn't come on because they didn't want to get into something like that. And I get that, because I can already tell you, and mark my word, okay? Like I didn't call it. You know very well tomorrow. And unfortunately, I'll tell you this, if it happens, that means everything that we talked about went in one ear and out the other. But pretty much if ControLLa comes on after this or tomorrow and makes kind of a reply video, we know it's over with. It's done. At this point, the only people that are going to intervene and help you are going to be God, your family, and the courts. I'm just an individual. I did everything I had. I showed the receipts. I showed the truth, gave you a little bit of my opinion. I'm sure you've read the chat, heard some other people's opinions. We had somebody that was willing to come up and talk about their experience with the program and give you some of their opinion. But if you come on tomorrow and just start ranting and raving and telling everybody what you're going to do and this and that, you just prove to everybody who you are, okay? And I'm going to tell you this, all right? If you think you're going to come on and start accusing me of like illegally getting this paperwork and all this shit and that, and you're out of your mind. That's why I played that call, okay? I wanted you to hear exactly how I contact and how professional I am and how professional these people are to the public, okay? It's no secret. Anybody can call. They can ask when your fucking court date's going to be, and all they need is your name or a court case, okay? Case number. That's it. And even if they don't have that, they can still find it another way. All right? It's all public information. Same thing with the Freedom of Information Act request we did. Yeah, it took some time, it took a little work. But hey, it's public information and we got it, okay? I was nice enough to scratch out your personal information. It didn't come to me like that because they don't have to. That information they left is all public. I'm nice enough to do it, okay, out of the respect that I have, okay? I know you certainly wouldn't. I know if we switch sides here, holy moly, you would have been just, that shit would have been posted as large as you can get with my name, my address, my date of birth, everything, okay? And bragging about how, hey, I can do it because it's all part of this. No, so don't come at me tomorrow. Don't start this narrative or rhetoric about what I did today is illegal and you're going to fucking get a RO on me and this and that, because you're not going to do shit, okay? And there's nothing you can do, all right? If 100 people want to show up and sit in the courtroom and watch your court, they have every right to. Simple as that. That's her real name, is ControLLa for the evening. Damn, Big B, you're still up in here? You must have behaved a bit. I'm telling you, Calval, the therapist, this therapist she talks about, again, I'm not going to make allegations, but I'm pretty certain it's like everybody's already called out and said she's just referring to the therapist she sees at the methadone clinic, okay? Like I said, bless their hearts, they do great jobs, but they're there for her addiction to the opioids or heroin, whatever. They don't even if they knew something else was going on, I'm sure those people deal with so much shit, they don't have time to deal with your, addiction to the internet, okay? They'll refer you to somebody else. And I'm sure by this time, you're not the only one. I'm sure there's got to be specialists in this field that know how to treat exactly what's going on, because you are not the only one that suffers from this, ControLLa. There are plenty of people, okay?
Well, are you asking me a question or who? And see, again, your name right there, any other chat, boom, see ya. That's what I think's so funny about you trolls. You guys come in here and ladies talking all this shit, but it's like you understand the reason that you're even allowed to is just because we allow you to, right? Because I don't believe in censorship like all your other people that you support. But you know what? The fact that you're in here tells me you guys are laying off the Kool-Aid a bit. And hey, that's a start for me. I appreciate it. You know, we got to start somewhere. So if you trolls are in here and, you know, you're going to do a little trolling, I guess it's better than, you know, what you used to be. So, hey, we got to start somewhere. So I appreciate it. All right. So I'm just going to tell people, you know, don't just leave the mods alone. This is the shit I talk about. There's no drama. See, it don't matter. It don't matter. Those are personal opinions, okay? My mods are here as managers, okay? I don't give a shit who they know, who they hang out with, what they do. As long as they do the job that I've asked them to manage this channel, that's all I care about. I don't bring drama in here, and we've done a good job of it, okay? Jeez Louise, man. You guys are hilarious, you trolls with your, you guys come in here trying to rip people, but the same thing, there you are kissing Randy's ass, man. Fucking woman beater, a guy that fucking stinks like nuts, that eats meatloaf because he's fucking broke every day, because he's addicted to his fucking like ounce of weed habit. I mean, get the fuck out of here. There's no enemies. These are individuals. See, when you start labeling people as enemies and that, you're just a bully. So, and you know what? I'm so glad to see it's just a minimal of you guys. That's what I'm so happy. When I did this channel, I was almost getting a little depressed because I was like, man, there's so many of these like people that just hate life, you know? But then as I saw all the other people and supporters and everything, I said, oh, thank God. It literally is the 1% rule, you know? No matter what, there's always going to be that 1% of haters and just bad people, you know? So we appreciate you because let me tell you something. You trolls are the ones that add to the viewer count. You trolls are the ones that add to my comment count. And you trolls are the ones that brought my algorithm up high. That shit, you type in ski mask, the first thing that pops up is one of my videos. So thank you, trolls. I appreciate you. And that's why I allow you in here. So that was my just a little acknowledgement to those people and just kind of calling them out because they are still pieces of shit. But like I said, I don't believe in censorship. So as long as they don't break the rules, they can hang out. See you later, Big B. Go have fun hanging out with Ski. And then what's funny is you all are like females with these weird male names or opposite. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. If there's any other questions or if anybody else wants to come up, the panel is open. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and bore you to death. I think I've already talked about my opinion. I've gotten a few other people's opinions. I've seen the chat, seen what other people are talking about. Oh, I know they're not. I know my mods are tough skinned. I know they're not. I just want them to know that I'm watching, you know, and I just want them to know the reason they're allowed to be here is because, you know, you guys are tough skinned. And like I said, we don't bring drama here. We don't give a shit. Doxing and threatening each other. That's it. You got it, Stinky Pinky. Those are the two rules. And pretty much if it's going to break TOS and risk this channel, out of here. Hey, people change, right? That's what this channel is about, is change. You know how many people are in here that used to fucking worship that guy? And you know what? I don't get mad at those people because they didn't know. They weren't exposed to his bullshit, okay? The minute he got exposed, those people fucking said, peace, okay? The people that I don't have any consideration for, I don't give any love, are the ones now, the new wave of fucking mods, the new wave of stupid people. You want to know why? Because now there was somebody that exposed him, me, okay? Somebody finally put his court records out, okay? Victims of his came out, okay, and talked. And I give those people mad props for doing that because this guy's a piece of shit, okay? All he does is threaten to put out your personal information, pictures, whatever, okay? He is a piece of shit. And I'm so glad that those people came out and talked about him. So you know who I don't give any love to are the current supporters of his, because they've all been exposed to all his bullshit and they're still there. You know what I mean? Those are people that need help. And shame on you, you fucking women and men that have children and grandchildren that sit there and agree with that piece of shit, knowing exactly who he is. Shame on you. Because I could imagine what type of fucked up kid you must have if their fucking mom is on fucking Ski Mask chat bullying 24/7. I mean, what advice do you have to give your kid when you're a fucking bully yourself? That's all I can think of. Hey, it is a narrative to you. Like I said, 1%, right? Can I expect everybody in my chat to agree with what I say? Hell no. Everybody has their own opinion, but I'm going to tell you something. You're a little percentage compared to the bigger percentage that knows who he is and understands everything that I'm talking about. So that's why you little fucks I don't worry about you. If anything, I bless you. I hope that you will find, whether it's Allah, Jesus, whoever you believe in at some point in your life, especially if you're already old. That's what I'm like, damn, these ladies that are like 70, these men that are like 60, 50, I'm like, holy shit. These people are going to die in like 20 years, and here they are spending the last bit of time instead of with their kids, grandchildren, or family, hanging out with Ski and the bullies. Yeah. There's always going to be trolls, exactly. So, and I have fun addressing them because they're pieces of shit. But they help with the algorithm. So cheers. Click. Hey, since we seem to be getting off subject and I'm on my third IPA, let's talk about some of those trolls, huh? Let's talk about something I called out, as a matter of fact. And maybe that person's in here. But y'all remember my little, the lady that put the hit on me, Miss Mitten Mama? Ooh, boy, oh boy. Just like I called out, I think I did a video starting with her about a week or 2 weeks. No, about 2.5 weeks. Bye, Mitten Mama. I guess she found out who Ski Mask really is. And for some of you that aren't familiar with this lady, this was one of his top 3 mods, okay? One of his, and you should see the stuff she said about me. She actually put out a hit for $1,000 on me, okay? This is how psycho this lady was. And you know what? I still don't think she's changed, really. What happened is it just affected her. So that's why now she's mad, okay? And that's the ski verse. That's the ski cycle, okay? These nasty people, they're bullies, okay? And like I said, the second wave I have no respect for, okay? They're bullies. And what happens is they'll bully anybody, but when it comes to them, right? When it's finally, oh, hey, Ski's talking bad about Mitten Mama. Oh, they don't like that, They have their little fit and fuck everybody and they're out. But the thing that I'm trying to say is they didn't care when anybody else was being doxxed. They were there laughing, having a good time. It's just when it's their turn, they don't like it. Kind of like ControLLa, right? Oh, had a great time watching me cover Randy. But the minute I started just poking at her a bit, not even, like I said, this was way before the accident. Oh, no. Fuck you. Now you're my enemy. Now I hate you. Now I'm going to false strike you. So I mean, Mitten Mama, I will give you this. If you're watching, at least you made the right decision leaving that piece of shit, but I still think you are a POS. You just got tired of it coming at you, so you left. You didn't care about anybody else. But that's the point I'm trying to make. The ski cycle, right? I called her out. I said, watch this. And sure enough, bye, Mitten Mama. You've been either you didn't pay or I don't know. Really, I think it's just you didn't pay to play. It's usually what happens with you mods of his. Oh, and then that other simp, what's her name? Lauren de la fucking lunatic. Remember she came on my shit when we were doing the steak panel? At first, remember how she came on, right? She came in talking all this shit, right? And then once I didn't address her very much, then she starts being nice. Oh, I don't like Ski. I don't watch Ski. That fucking night, she was in Ski's chat kissing his ass. And then the next morning, she goes on his fucking chat. And I'll tell you this, okay? Because if you watch that, this was hilarious, all right?
I know exactly what happened. And because she's such a fucking clout fucking chaser, she ruined her own introduction. But pretty much Ski saw my community tab about her, calling her out as a grifter. Okay. So I know because she came on my panel and I ignored her. I didn't let her come up or talk. She got upset. That's how she is. She just wants attention. Okay. She is fucking crazy. We're going to go down that rabbit hole probably next month, but this lady is nuts. Okay. So anyways, she probably, I'm guessing she either chatted or called, probably paid, Ski's a pretty cheap guy. I'd say $5 or $10 Cash App. But anyways, they try to like fake a kind of like some interview where like, let me just tell you how it went. Okay. I'm watching this idiot and all of a sudden he starts talking about, and it's funny because obviously he's saying he had to see it from my community page. And he finally admitted to it later, but essentially he's saying, yeah, I follow, NJCourts all the time. But anyways, he goes, hey, chat. He doesn't even know Lauren's in his chat, right? He goes, hey, chat, I want to talk about something I actually saw yesterday on my haters channel, and then obviously everybody knows it's me. He goes, this Lauren girl, she's kind of interesting. Yeah, now she's interesting. And see where Lauren fucked up is Ski was going to like work you into the fucking, the chat. You had to wait 5-10 minutes for him to build you up. But because she's so excited to get on, she goes, hi, Ski, I'm here. And right away, it was so obvious that was just like a set up little interview. And all of a sudden, here comes Lauren on the panel, and she's now the center of attention. So I'm pretty sure she probably paid $5 or $10 for that. But the point I'm trying to make is all he has become is just pretty much a waiting room for all these other grifters and bullies to come and try to get attention. And it is hilarious. I think it's funny that you came in here talking all that shit about Ski this, Ski that, just because you thought I was going to be dumb enough to put you on my panel to give you attention. And then the next day you go running right to him and see, I don't care. I don't even care if you were my mod and you did that, okay? The point is you are a grifter. You are fake. You care nothing except for yourself. And I do want to address that. And hey, you guys want to hear an interesting interview? Actually, you know what? Shit, since we're all here, I actually talked to Mr. What's his face? The famous guy she claims she hangs out with, Martin Shkreli. He's actually not so famous now that he got out of jail. Really easy to get a hold of. As a matter of fact, he was on a panel he was on live stream this morning, and I got a chance to ask him some questions. So let me see. I think I recorded that. Let's see here. I don't know if I have it edited because it was kind of a long, but let's see here. My files. But I can tell you by the way he answered to her, no, he is aware of her. But when I said relationship, you can tell just by the way he said, I know who she is. He doesn't want to mention anything about her. Let's see. I think it's this one. No, that's not it. That's not it. Videos. I'll have to edit it. I'll put it as a little video. But yeah, Mr. Famous Martin Shkreli, old NJCourts got a little interview with them this morning. So yeah. Oh, she is a huge MAGA. Here's funny. I don't care. Like I said, Republican, Democrat, in the middle, whatever. But she is definitely, I've been watching her. She is not who she claims to be. And I'm not going to make any allegations right now because she's nuts, and I don't want her bugging me and, trying to Instagram me and all this shit so she can speak on her shit. We might do a little, like I said, I don't want to give her the attention because that's all she likes, but I do want people to be aware of her because she's nothing but bad. I mean, what's funny is Ski's own chat doesn't even like her, okay? They don't like anybody that's a female, really. They all fight against each other. But, they don't like Miss Lauren Della Nutso, that's for sure. I think that was hilarious that even his own chat, but see, he's not going to cut her off because she paid some money. She paid a little money to get on his show, so... Because I'll tell you what, in Ski tradition, if that was any other person, the minute he sees his chat saying, oh, she's boring, oh, we don't like her, what do you think he would have done? Get the fuck out of here. I've seen him do it plenty of times, okay? If the chat, all he cares about is who's going to give him money. So if he's reading chat and he sees, oh, they don't like my guest or who I'm talking, he kicks him. He wasn't, dude, everybody was talking shit about her except Boots, the one, mod that probably... And it's funny because as soon as Lauren saw the one mod that was like just only one person out of the 200 people watching that was saying, I think Lauren's kind of cool. You know, Boots is, she latched on to Boots. So guess who's best friends now? Boots and Lauren De Laguna. We'll see how long that relationship lasts. But yeah, the dude is just he's a piece of shit. She's a piece of shit. She's just, like I said, I don't want to give her the attention, but I want people to know who she is. Hey, Judy, you know, she's an attractive young woman. Not my style, but you know, I'm sure there's a lot of guys I liked her as a Tinder date, just like Martin did. If you know what Tinder's about. Hey, that's how we do it, brother. At least we had one page of paperwork to go over. Why don't you go hang out with Skiwi? You can watch him eat meatloaf for 10 hours a day. Thank you, AC. I appreciate it. Welcome, trolls. I see we kind of riled up some of Ski's trolls. Did he send you guys in here? Thank you guys, though. You're helping with the viewer count, so cheers. And you know what I think is funny is his trolls come in here and they're like, yeah, we're going to talk shit. And it's because I let you, because, you know, like, you don't even have to talk shit in Ski's chat. All I got to do is put, like, hey, Ski, I don't like your hat. Banned. It's not even from him. What's your name? Queen K. Banned. He went off on Boots. Hold on. He went off and Boots and modded her and remodded. Yeah, I guess, Tammy. I've seen him do that plenty of times, and they must like it. Like I said, I mean, Mint Mama seems like she's gone permanently, but I remember she was the first one I talked about. He literally, like, she came on his panel one day. Chat didn't like what she was saying. This is his own mod, okay? Remember this. Top mod, okay? Goes on a panel chat of his. Again, he's watching the chat. Chat doesn't like her. He pretty much kicks her, but at the same time, pretty much accuses her of being a pedophile. Okay? She leaves. She left for the afternoon. And I said, all right, let's see what happens, okay? And I figured after that embarrassment, I said, no way she's going to go running back. Oh, man. Next day, there's Mint Mama, you know, apologizing and doing that. But I guess, you know, like I said, I have no respect for her. But, hey, at least you got, you know, if you really are leaving that shithead permanently, you know, I wish you good luck. At least you started off with the right thing. But there's definitely some psychos in there. I mean, let's not even talk about Ski. Who would find anybody entertaining that literally sits there and smokes weed all day eating fucking PB&J sandwiches that has nothing to talk about except, you know, trying to hope that somebody comes on and starts bullying each other? But to each their own. To each their own. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, man, I don't even know. You know, maybe an hour of bullying for some of these ladies I can understand, but holy shit, man, those motherfuckers go on for like 8 hours just bullying whoever they can. And here's what I think is ironic. Now that we kind of got into this subject, this is kind of funny. I don't know if you guys, you know, I still listen because I clip still. I told you, I love to clip channels. It's my hobby. That's my love, okay? I listen every once in a while, okay? This motherfucker literally is, for the last 3 days or 4 days, they've been using this Michelle lady as their little, like, bait, okay? I mean, you know what it reminds me of? Is remember when you go to the carnivals and they got that game where, like, you know, the guy's like, come on down, you know? And those guys, no offense to the carnies, but they're kind of con men too. So Ski's the con man, okay? Come on down to my game. We got the shooting game. Come on down. And you're going to see these little things go through and you just pop, pop, pop. That's exactly what they are, okay? These ladies line up. They got Michelle. Michelle's the little duck that goes by like that, you know? Quack, 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 quack. And there they are. Pop, 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 pop. I mean, and it's so funny because I read the comments today. They literally have just, this lady, Michelle, has an issue. She's an alcoholic. I don't know what other drugs she's taking. She's doing something, but she needs help, mental help, serious help, okay? And what I think is hilarious is these motherfuckers sit there and pretend to be her friend, that they care, and then they'll go there and just beat the shit out of her, okay? They have fun with that. They literally, like, build her up, beat her down, build her up, beat her down. And, you know, she likes it too. She's a nutbag, but I just think it's just hilarious, the hypocrites I see in there. That, like, today I saw some lady saying, you know what, Ski?
out of all the people that treated Michelle wrong, I think you're the only one that treats her right. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This guy is literally using a physically, mentally ill human being that needs serious help as a fucking pawn for his little conman game, okay? That's sad, man. And these ladies know it, and men, okay? They just like it. And like I said, I don't think they're going to stop, okay? We've put out everything for these people to know about who Ski Mask is, okay? I mean, the dude literally is still wanted in fucking 2 states, okay? He is a piece of shit. But these people obviously are not going to change. That is your 1%, folks. That is your grain of salt. The only thing that I am happy for, not really happy, just kind of like, damn, is at least it is a small, very minute group of nutbag individuals that exist in that world, okay? It's growing, sadly, but I think that's going to come to a stop soon. I think YouTube's starting to get a hang of all these bully channels. And here's a funny thing, too. He steals my rhetoric. He's starting to refer like these other channels as bully channels. I heard him say that. Can you imagine the biggest bully channel calling other people bully channels like he's the fucking Mother Teresa of, the bully channels? Oh, man, dude. Like I said, that fucking Kool-Aid is strong that they're drinking. Oh, I'm not mad. Oh, I thought you were talking to me, Stick. I said, I know a lot of people be like, well, why do you talk about it? No, you know what's funny is that guy, he lurks, and now he's in my DMs, bro. That dude lurks in my DMs. Isn't that weird? I don't know if he has like a man crush on me or what, but I will tell you what. That guy always contacts me like every day in some weird way. If it's through my comment section, through my DMs, that dude, I can tell you, sleeps, eats, and talks about NJCourts. Okay? I don't. When I wake up, I don't think about him. Okay? When I go to bed, I don't think about him. He does. According to him, he don't sleep. So he's either got a man crush on me, and that's weird, or the guy is really on meth, and that's the whole reason he's not sleeping. What a bucko. That's right, Julia. Let's see. Oh, looks like we got the chats kind of going on with each other. That's all right. Like I said, I don't mind pushing the gray line as long as you're not breaking TOS or, talking too much shit to each other, It's all right to have fun. It's all right to gaff. It's all right to goof. But, just have a little respect for each other. It's all I ask. Yeah, I agree too, Tammy. I don't know if you guys, somebody posted, I think it was, and shout out to you if you're out there, little bro from another mother, Ski Mask 24/7 clips, aka NJ Municipal Courts. He or she, I still don't know who they are. Okay. They posted a video, what was it? Showing the difference between his weight loss and his weight gain. And it's pretty obvious. Okay. That dude is not, he pigs out like crazy when he's on, high and not on the meth. And the reason he doesn't eat is when he's on the meth. That's why he's lost all that weight, okay? It's not because it's just the way his body works or something like that. That dude's definitely on something else. And honestly, I don't give a shit, but, I don't care. That's the only person I don't even have respect for, to like, man, I hope you change your life. That dude's had every opportunity. He's almost 40. He's going to die a piece of shit is what he is. Oh man, dude, you're not really a bad troll. I just think it's hilarious. Oh, and the fact that you use his name David, oh man, I can tell you probably are one of his little dollar air huggers. Ski Mask Wars, dude. You want to know what's funny? Is I don't have my ban list is like 5 names, and I know each one of those people. I don't think a lot of people understand. So I go and watch every VOD after I'm done. I see the conversations. I see what goes on. I go and check my ban list to see who got banned, who didn't. My ban list consists of 5 names. And you know what? 2 of those 5 names are Ski Mask and his other alt. Okay? So, yeah. And you're obviously on here with your fucking alt. So, damn, what are you guys nuts? You guys, are that upset that you want to be here with your, real name? You can't be here on your alt? At least I'm letting your alt in, dude. Jeez Louise. Well, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with watching YouTube daily.
like I said, just have a little balance if you need it. Some people don't. Some people work all day, right? They work all day and then they come home and want to entertain themselves with the YouTube. That's all right. But some people, man, oh man, that's all they think. It's not even YouTube. It's David, when's David on? When's David going on? Ooh, David. That's when you got a little going on there. Are you not aware that I was a clipper? That's why. Okay, I'm not even going to address you anymore. You can watch my channel, and that's just fucking either Ski or one of his troll. They're not even a fun troll. Dude, I have 130 videos because I clipped that jerk off. That's why I fucking know his activities. And honestly, he doesn't change anything up. I don't even have to watch him, and I can tell you what he did today. He just sat on his couch, his mom's couch, by the way, smoked weed, and ate either a Hot Pocket or it could have been a meatloaf sandwich. That's it. Same thing. It's all right, Barry Hot. I'm going to leave the VOD up. You can check it out. We went over a lot of cool stuff, but I appreciate you checking in. Right now, we're just joking, having some gaffes and talking some smack, as you can say, but not to what our guest was, not about our guest tonight. We're kind of just going back to our old nemesis. But yeah, it's fun. I'm not going to, say it's not, but he is a piece of shit. So I don't mind talking about him. We're not here bullying people. We're not bullying the chat. I'm not looking at my chat to see, who can I find and who can we bully today? You know what I mean? And honestly, that shit's going to get bored and old. Dude, here you go. Why are you watching them? Like I said, I clip the guys. People still want to see his clips. As a matter of fact, you might not even know this, but there are a lot of people that they just want to see what he's doing every day because they hate him, not because they like him, okay? It's because they dislike him. They're hoping that I get him clipped getting fucking like I said. Honestly, the only reason I even watch him now and try to clip is I'm just waiting for that day where I want to get that live. I want to be there when the fucking door gets kicked down and you see him hit that, like when he got arrested in New Jersey, right? He does the old, and then shut and stream. Bye. So that's all I clip for. I just want to get that live coverage of when that happens, man. And it's going to happen soon. I can tell you that. That dude is definitely, without making allegations, he is not doing anything that he's supposed to be doing. Exactly. I do the same thing, Tammy. And a lot of people do. I mean, most people already know. One is his channel's botted. If you didn't know what that is, and I'm not even talking about it, look it up yourself. Botted. That's what you Google search. Second of all, his channel's a waiting room. It's either so pretty much when you read his chat, it's either his mods just posting his Cash App, or it's somebody going, hey, is Michelle okay? When's Michelle going to come on? Are you going to have Michelle on? Literally, Ski Mask has just become a waiting room for Michelle, and now a Molly Go Lightly waiting room, apparently. So that's it. When that guy, when he runs out of people to bully, like he almost today, he didn't even have anybody. He was begging people to come on his show, and nobody will come on because there's nobody to bully. That's how it works. So they were all just sitting there twiddling their thumbs, and I'm sure by now they probably already found somebody to bully. But that was it. The guy was literally bored to death because there's nobody to bully. And that's exactly what he is. He's a lol cow. He is a lol cow. Congrats, Ski. You made fun of a lot of lol cows. You are now officially one, my friend. Stinky Pinky is a pretty cool troll. There's those trolls that are like, on the line. That's Stinky Pinky. Then there's just the dumb ones, I don't mind the ones on the line. The dumb ones are like, they don't even make sense. I don't mind arguing, chatting, but when you don't make sense, that's when I'm like, dude, it ain't even worth talking. Let's see. So I actually work and do things. I don't know if you're aware. Let me show you. These are pretty cool. I got to give you a nickname. Your name's too long. I'm going to call you the pig since you have looks like a pig emoji. So the pig, let me show you something really cool. They make these things called earbuds, right? And they're wireless. So you can actually stick this in your ear. And while you're working, I mean, you can even be like a bus driver almost, just don't look at the screen. Just keep the earbud in. But you can do a lot of stuff when you got an earbud in. You don't got to be watching. I mean, Ski doesn't do anything. He hides behind a black screen or he's on a couch. I don't have to watch him. I just put the chat on, listen, and I do my daily thing. I go work out. I walk the dogs. I cook and make breakfast, dinner, lunch. Got my earpiece in. I go to work. Got my earpiece in. So, yeah, not bad. I think I paid $15 for this. So I highly recommend you get one. Oh, that is right. Stink, you're the famous chargebacker. Hey, cheers to that. That was hilarious. I watched a little bit of when he called that out, or he was so pissed off about that. So, Stinky, cheers. The pig. So Dodge Hounds. Doge. Well, now I know who the Doge Hound is. Thanks, y'all, too, for telling me about that, who he was. That was hilarious. Let's see. Midget Mask Andy. Welcome. I like that name. That's hilarious. Yeah, but, that's all it is, man, like I said. And, hey, honestly, I think there's so many other channels and creators that are doing so much cool shit, man. I like I said, to each their own. If you want to turn on your earpiece, listen to the guy, ain't nothing wrong with that. My beef is with these people that live, breathe, and eat Ski Mask, okay? I told you, and see, he eggs it on. I mean, he may not have ran it before, but now he either he's Google searching it or he's just a natural. But that his streams are ran like a cult. I mean, his whole channel is a cult. They watch each other. They know when one person went into another stream. I could imagine that guy is fucking. I don't know if he gives these people his phone number or he's on Instagram, but I could just imagine. No wonder the guy doesn't sleep and why he was mad the other night when his mods woke him up to remind him about his broadcast. Okay, the guy probably, his phone just goes off all day with these people just, hey, Ski, did you see so-and-so in that chat? Hey, Ski, I think Mint Mama's talking about you. And honestly, I don't think he likes that. He's going to pretend because it's making him a little weed money. But, oh boy, I can tell you he does not like that drama, dude. So, but I think it's hilarious, and it's going to hit him. He's going to get so tired of it that, hey, that's it. That's what you created. So when you're done with it, you better be ready to retire that channel because you're nothing else now. All you are is a drama waiting room. You're not even your own drama channel. You're just a waiting room while everybody waits for Michelle to go live, the Amber channel to go live, Molly to go live, or whatever her face is, the bomb-tastic lady, okay, to go live. That's all you are, is just a waiting room. As soon as those individuals go live, they're gone. And the reason he still has like 100 or 120 people, 30, 40 there is because half of those are bots, okay? Just watch the fucking chat. That's all you got to do, and you'll understand what I'm saying. I think that's what it could be, Stick, but damn, dude, lonely old women can find so much other things to do other than bullying and find some woman beater like attractive. I mean, dude, do those women not know that, what's that website that he even tried? What's the one where you can go like they paid to watch you naked or do whatever you want to do? I'm sure there's plenty of guys they could fucking pay $5 a month to, and good looking guys, that they can, try to buy some love or whatever. That's right. Remember we said he's the cheapest right now. That's exactly what it was. I was trying to wrap my head. I'm like, dude, you know how many like fucking places you can go for fake love? But who does it for $1? You know what I mean? Like I said, you can't even go to the dollar store right now and buy a fucking piece of candy. It's $1.25 plus taxes. Ski Mask for $1. That dude will shout you out. He gives you an air hug. And hey, who knows? You may become a mod. Depends how desperate he is that day. Grindr. Oh, no, it's not Grindr. It's the other. But yes, he is famous on Grindr. That is a known fact. I am not kidding you. I'm not even trolling. I've gotten all the receipts for that, okay? Everybody knows it, so I'm not going to post it, but he is a grinder aficionado, excuse me. And I don't know why he denies it, bro. Honestly, that might even bring you a bigger fucking crowd of people. That's what's weird. He denies it, but it's obvious. I mean, dude, the guy today was talking about Michelle's husband's penis all day. And he was asking literally these panel guests about penises. That's all he talked about. You know? But hey, to each their own, you know, I don't mind. But I just think it's funny how he bashes on that community, but yet he's part of it, you know? Oh, he's got to be hearing voices, man. I'm telling you, that guy, with the combination of just everything going on in his life and the hard drugs, that guy is either seeing shit or hearing shit right now, I'm telling you. He'll never be monetized. Oh, and here's what's funny, and shame on you, YouTube. I guess the other day he was in his chat talking about it, and he was saying, get this shit, right? He says he got a letter from YouTube that said he can't be monetized because of harassment. Duh, we know what his channel's about, but isn't that ironic that YouTube is like, hey, we won't let you, work with us, because of the liability. We don't want to put you on the payroll. But hey, as long as your videos bring in some viewers, we'll still let you bully and harass people. Just don't push it too much. Shame on you, YouTube. Shame on you. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, he'll never be monetized. They got him in the permanent basis as never, they'll let him run his channel. They'll let him channel hop and hide and whenever they strike him, but they will never allow, they don't want the liability. They will never put him on their payroll. You must be new, the pig. I don't know why he hates me. All I did was just cover his court hearing. That's it. And we did expose the fact that he did ninja kick his mom into a door. So maybe that's why he hates me. But yeah, man, I just think that's hilarious. I mean, literally ninja kicked his mom into a fucking door, dude. And this dude today was telling people how much he loves his mom and this and that. Yeah. I guarantee you his mom and dad probably hide in the room, literally, and you guys understand this guy, they, and it's sad because, their house is already small. The mom and dad are low income. I'm low income. I'm not making fun of people. I'll give you a tour of my house, probably the same size as Ski's. Okay. So they're on assistance. Okay. So right now they're in, I don't know if it's Section 8, but they're in a low housing community. So what it is, it's like a dual house, okay? It's literally like a 1,200 square foot house that's split in half, okay? So one family gets 600 square feet between 2 or 3 rooms, which are got to be small, and the other family gets 600 square feet, okay? That's why if you've ever known, dude, ski mask, like the guest room or the room he's in, is the size of my fucking table I'm working on right now, okay? And what's sad is the neighbor next to him's got to smell the weed through the vents. They got to hear all him screaming. They probably put up with the police rolling up in their driveway, Lord knows how long. Okay. But I feel bad for his parents because they're already sharing a small house. Okay. Then they got to share it with this psycho nutbag that's literally got him hostage. So I can already imagine it. Okay. That motherfucker, his room's on the end of the hallway. Pretty much it's a living room, a kitchen, and a hallway with rooms, okay? Simple layout, all right? Parents or master rooms at the end of the hallway. The little guest room where Ski Mask fucking succubus lives or whatever is closer to the kitchen, okay? That's why when he goes, I'm going to get a drink or sandwich, takes him 1 second, okay? The fridge, he probably opens the bathroom door, reaches his hand out, and can open the fridge, all right? So think about that. His poor parents pay for that place. This motherfucker doesn't pay rent, doesn't pay utilities, doesn't pay for food, doesn't pay for shit, okay? All he does is take and hurt them, okay? This motherfucker has his parents probably locked in the fucking room down the hallway, literally fucking 10 feet down the hallway. They probably just sleep, eat, and watch TV in there because they don't work, okay? They're on assistance, and nothing wrong with that, all right? But imagine that your son, this fucker that ninja kicks your mom, that's terrorized your family for 20 years, pretty much got free reign of this house because all they're worried about is think about it. You've seen the way he reacts. Just if like he doesn't get a Cash App for an hour. How do you think that fucker's going to react when his mom and dad go in there and ask him, hey, Ski, you're not really even supposed to be here because you're wanted, but do you mind just kind of maybe finding your own place? And, you're kind of 40 years old and, you don't pitch any money for the bills and it's getting kind of tough here. And, you stink up the whole house with this nasty blunt smoke. You don't shower so we can smell your nasty nut stink breath and everything else that smells on you. And all you do is bring the police here. That dude literally has his family hostage, okay? And I feel bad for him. But my God, man, really? You're going to do that to your family after you ninja kick your mom through a door? You're going to fucking keep her locked in that stupid little fucking master bedroom because they're so afraid to come out? And then he's up all day. These motherfuckers, his parents probably don't even eat because they can't leave the fucking bedroom until he's asleep. You know what I mean? Like a fucking dragon, to the lair. They got to tiptoe around the dragon just to get their fucking food. And I'm not kidding you. I'm trying to be funny, but in all reality, this is seriously probably how it goes. I'm not fucking kidding with you. How many of you have ever ninja kicked your mom into a door? Yeah. And he don't even support his child. The child that's his whenever he wants it to be his. And when it's not his child. And that's a whole nother thing. I'm not going to discuss that out of respect to that child. But could you imagine that? All those moms, grandmas supporting a guy that abandoned his own fucking child and doxed her, made fun of his child and the mother. And they know it. They're aware. They saw it. We had Jen come up and talk on the panel. They don't give a shit. They're nasty people. Hey, KA, I got your message. I'll talk to you afterwards, okay? I got you. Oh, yeah, no, that's sad, dude. He's literally using that Michelle, and, nothing with her. That lady's got her own problems she needs to deal with. But he is literally using somebody that needs serious mental help as his puppet, and he don't give a shit. That's why I put up with a lot of bullshit. Just like I said, it's not real life, so I don't let it bother me. But my God, when I saw that comment from that lady today, that it was just like, oh my God, I almost want to jump off a bridge today. I'm not going to lie. For that lady to say, Ski, you are the only one that treated Michelle nicer out of everybody else. That's so kind of you. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Man, Jesus Christ. And what's even funny is the guy, he's dropped the act almost. Like, he just almost realizes these ladies and men are so fucking crazy. He can say whatever. That guy, at this point, he could tell them to fuck off, not show up for a day on stream. And the next day, they'd probably be like, oh, Ski, we hope you had a nice day off. And you know what? It wasn't your fault to telling us to fuck off. We know you're such a busy guy. And, you deserve your sleep for one day. We're sorry. That's how they would react, That's so. But you know what? Like-minded people kind of attract like-minded people, right? So maybe that's what it is. And like I said, thankfully, it's just a small amount. So I'm not going to let it worry about me. But that's all he has right now is Michelle. That's it. When she's gone, adios, amigos. Let me see where he smoked his mids. I guess I heard that, Cesar. I guess Chicken and some of the IP2 streamers are down there doing, I don't know if they're going to start a new RV trip, but I did notice that they're down there in Hollywood right now. Barry, I'm going to disagree with you on that. He's had a lot of time. He's had a lot of punishment. He's had a lot of opportunities to change, man. But like I said, that's just my opinion. I'm not disrespecting yours, but I don't think that guy could ever be a decent person. If you've read the shit I've read, and like I said, when I read the report about how he kicked his mom into that door or whatever the fuck he wants to say he did, that was when I lost my respect. Imagine being 40 years old and kicking your mom through a door. Kicking a door through her, excuse me. You didn't kick your mom. You kicked the door into her. Sorry, Ski. But I'm going to put it this way. I'm going to help you out, Janice. I'm not going to dox people. I'm not even going to get even close to that. But I'm going to tell you this. Since the start of this channel and us covering Ski Mask, I have received unbelievable amounts of Instagrams, DMs, emails, phone calls from people that were victims of his shit. And I'm going to tell you this shit. It is disgusting. This motherfucker, without getting, like I said, you know, I'm not going to dox anybody or everybody's anonymous, but this motherfucker is a piece of shit. I know I'm just a person to say it, and I won't show you what I have. I never will. But I'm telling you, if you do just believe a little ounce of what I say, please believe me when I say this, okay? Like I said, I don't give a fuck about that guy. I don't give a fuck about what he's doing now. All I give a fuck about is he serves his time. He's not a criminal anymore, okay? If he wants to con a bunch of old, lonely women and men, fuck him, okay? Let them learn the hard way. But what pisses me off the most is how he did these people, man, and it is fucking dirty. This guy is a piece of shit. He is nothing but a fucking scammer and a fucking con man. And I'm not even, you don't even understand, man. I'll just put it this way. Had I read the shit that I saw before I went to Tulsa, there would have been a whole different outcome. I'll tell you that. And I guess for my family's sake, I'm glad I didn't read that shit before I got to Tulsa, and it was afterwards when I was already long gone because, man. Oh, yeah, exactly. When the money stops, that's when he did it the other week. I posted that. He went on his mods nuts, okay? And it was so obvious. One, he ran out of weed, okay? And then he didn't have any money. And see, the thing is, I told you all, why he was so mad was because he can't go back out there and beg for money because he fakes his donations, all right? So think about it. When you fake a bunch of donations the night before, right? I mean, your viewers are like, hell yeah, made all this money, good to go, right? But he didn't. He really didn't. So the night he fakes these donations, he thinks by faking them, it brings him more donations, okay? So think about it this way. He fakes a bunch of donations. Doesn't get anything, okay? One, he doesn't have any money, okay? He lives day by day, cent by cent, dono, $1 dono by $1 dono, okay? So think about this. Dude doesn't get any money, right? He's out of weed. And what really pisses him off is he can't go against his lie, his scam. He can't go on the next day and tell these people, hey, listen, here's my problem. I lied about everything yesterday. I actually didn't get anything except $2 in donations. I'm out of weed. I don't even have gas money. And I'm about to freak the fuck out if I don't get any of the two. Okay? But in Ski's fucking universe, he can't. He freaked out. And he freaked out on his mods, okay? And unfortunately, because they're the way they are, it worked. They sent him some money, okay? And it worked for him, okay? That was another scam. He said, listen, I can't go back and tell these people the truth, that I didn't make any money and that I need some now. But what can I do, right? I'm going to fucking scam them. I'm going to fucking make them so mad at me, make it like I'm upset. And have y'all ever heard when he uses that threat of he's not going to stream or he's going to end the stream, which he has never done. Either one, he gets $1 cash app and that's enough to get him going for another hour, or he knows he's not going to do it. He just says it. But that's his threat, okay? When he can't get any more money and he can't reveal the scam, the next thing he does is he threatens the mods and the viewers that he's not going to come on anymore unless he gets a donation or yada, yada, yada. But that's it. That's the reality of it, okay? Is he bullshits his fucking audience so much that when he really doesn't have the cash, he's pissed and he shows it. And it's funny is I'll tell you this. Thank you. We just got a cash app. Let me address that person is thank you. Sorry. Okay. Played on the big speaker. I was going to say, I didn't. Okay. Now the volume's up, but all right. Let me just read. Thank you. I'm going to read it, for donating to the cause. Thank you so much. And if you want me to say your name, wait, you didn't put anonymous, so I'm not going to say your name, but, and this can't tell anybody, but thank you, Psychedelic. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. As I said, if you want to be anonymous, put anonymous. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. But that's how it works, folks. That's the scam. That's the con, okay? And honestly, the guy doesn't even need that much, right? He doesn't pay bills, doesn't pay rent. All he needs is enough money, just literally, only thing he needs money for is to buy him a little bit of food every day and to pretty much buy his weed, which, man, you know, that guy smokes a lot of fucking weed. He either, and it's not good. So he either one is just gets this shit so cheap that, like, you know, $40 gets him like an ounce or a pound. I don't know. But I can tell you that dude literally scrapes pennies every day. And what's sad is, and why I would never want to live like that is, imagine every day you wake up broke. And you know what? That's fine. A lot of us don't need money to survive. He does, because he smokes weed and he doesn't grow it, you know? I mean, honestly, if I was you, ski mask David, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, I would grow that shit, bro. Fuck, save yourself all that money and headache. But literally, that dude every day doesn't care about his child, doesn't care about his parents, doesn't care about his channel, doesn't care about his mods, doesn't care about his chat. The only thing that motherfucker cares about when he wakes up in the morning is, where am I going to get weed? Do I have weed? And I need to go get an energy drink and some blunts. That's it. That's all he cares about. As long as he has an energy drink, you know, enough weed to get him throughout the day, and, you know, enough money to get a hot dog or a, you know, dollar burger at Wendy's, he's good. That's it. Okay. So realistically, he doesn't need a lot of donations every day to survive, but I'm going to tell you, coming on every day, 3 times a day, draining your audience, and they're going to run out of money. There's going to come a time where it's the middle of the month. His donators are on fixed income. They're out. They're broke. And he's going to freak out on them, just like he did a few weeks ago, which makes sense, right? This is the end of the month. So what was a few weeks ago? The middle of the month. Ba-boom. So that's all I wanted to tell you. We're not going to talk that piece of shit anymore. But for some of you that may be new or just coming in, I want you to know the scam. I want you to know how he works. That's it, okay? That guy doesn't give a shit about him. All he cares about is himself. That's it. It's a narcissist. Who else do we know that's like that? You know, so, and that's what I'm saying is, you know, as I've started this channel, what started as kind of just an, you know, investigation of one person, now we're in a second person. I'm seeing a lot of patterns, man. I'm seeing a lot of shit that's the similarities between these individuals and other people. You know, I mean, I'm telling you, there's some bad people. Like, I've had people like, what are you going to do after this? I've got a fucking, let me show you what I work with, folks. Okay. Let me show you. This is full. I had to get another notepad. Okay. Full of bad people, their names, what they do. I'm on my second note fucking pad. Okay. So we're never going to run out of bad people. Maybe you'll get bored with it, but I'm telling you, it's sad. There's a lot of bad people on the tubes, man. And the more I'm doing these investigations, like I said, I'm just starting to find little rabbit holes that are starting to connect, and it's starting to make sense now. I'm starting to kind of put together this ultra cult that's starting. Okay, I'm telling you, we might have the next month might be a totally new investigation. We might not even be covering court. We're going to be covering a cult. Okay, a mega cult. Sorry, I haven't been watching the chat. Now I am. Yeah, no, it is unfortunate how he treats people. Yeah, Poppy, that's life, right? Parents are going to pass at some time. My parents are, you know, we don't look forward to it, but it's part of life. We all do. We all born, we live, and we die. It's the way life goes. But you're certainly right. He doesn't own the house. The parents don't own the house. They rent. They're on fixed income. He's not renting it. He doesn't even have the money. Even if they couldn't pay the fucking rent for that month, they couldn't even go up to him and say, hey, Ski, can we borrow? The dude is broke.
So yeah, realistically, if the day comes when he has no more mother, no more father, and he's still doing the same shit that he's doing now, he's going to be like he was about a year ago when he got in the trouble in Jersey, and he, his parents were letting him back home. Okay, because of this was literally between the time that he hit his mom, ran off. Okay, he's running from the cops in Oklahoma. Now he's in Jersey, got in trouble there. So he didn't have anywhere to go. He couldn't go back to where he was. He couldn't go back home. So that's when he lived in his car, okay? Like a stinky McNut nasty dude, all right? He lived in his car for months, or a month at least, I think it was. Maybe even got into a second month, okay? And that's where he's going to be. That's why he takes care of that car, man. I'll give him that. That's all he has is that fucking car. Because he knows if the time comes, that's the only way he can fucking run off or flee is in the car. And he sleeps in the car, okay? So I lied. He does care about a few things. So when he wakes up, he cares about himself, weed, and make sure his car's working because he knows if he has to flee, he needs a ride. And he knows he can't make it on the streets. He's a little wuss. He's a punk, okay? So he knows if he doesn't have a car, he's going to be out on the streets and he can't fend for himself. He's done. He's dead, okay? It's the same thing when he goes to jail. He PCs right up, goes to protective custody because – one, he's a pussy. Two, he's got gang tattoos that make him look like a gangster, which he's never even been affiliated with the gang, okay? Not even close, all right? That's what I laugh. I'm like, dude, I guess Tulsa must not have gangs or something because I'll tell you what, if he had those tattoos, if he walked around the same tats he has with his shirt off like in LA, they'd beat the fuck out of him. They'd probably kill him, okay? So there's a reason. He will not, he's a pussy. Okay, that's all I can say, and I hate using that word. I'm sorry if I offend people, but it's as simple as you can put it. Okay, he's not a fighter. He doesn't know how to fight. He just beats on women. That's it. All right, and he all these fights he posts, even the fights he posts now, he has never knocked a person out, and he has sucker punched the shit out of people. Okay. The dude he's never trained. He's never boxed. He's never taken any type of, mixed martial arts. He doesn't even know how to street fight, okay? He doesn't know shit, okay? He has no background in that. He's never been in a gang. He's never been affiliated. He was just, if anything, a shit street dealer, just pushing drugs to, pay for his habit. That's it. That's what I think's funny. He tries to pretend like he doesn't know what like opioids are or like Xanax and meth. Shut the fuck up, bro. I'm not even going to mention what I am about, what I want to mention, but you all know his story between the opioids and his family members. So, that's what I think is very ironic. That motherfucking piece of shit wants to talk like he's a fucking drug counselor, fucking drug rehab counselor when, dude, you're the biggest piece of shit in the world. You fucking hustle. Like I said, you weren't even a real hustler. You're just pushing shit drugs around because you're addicted to them. It's the only way you got to do them for free. Fuck out of here. And then he has the kingpin. Oh my God. Could you imagine walking in jail with the thing that says, I'm a fucking kingpin? Oh, dude. Man. So that's what he is. He's a con artist. He's a scammer. And like I said, I have no respect for the people that are watching him right now because like I said, one by one, just like Mint Mama the other day, they're all going to just, walk, they'll give an excuse, but they don't want anything to do with them anymore because they got embarrassed. They got doxxed. They got the ski treatment. Like I said, either comes right away in a month, maybe in a year, but it's always going to happen. Okay. But like I said, at least those people now got a warning. They were exposed to what he is. It's their fault. It's on them that they continue to watch him, support him, bully other people, except when it was their turn, they don't like it. So like I said, I have no, even like, no, fuck you. You had every warning and you didn't care until it was your turn. That's it. All right, folks. So we've been going on for about 3 hours. I was hoping some other people wanted to jump on the panel. I appreciate the questions from the chat, though. That I enjoy a lot. You don't have to come up on the panel to talk. We have a chat. That's like I said, I want the chat to be somewhere where everybody can participate. You don't have to worry about if you say something said, as long as it's not attacking each other, the mods falls within, TOS. Hey,
Your opinion matters, okay? Even if I don't like it or I like it. So that's why I have fun with it. I like with this community. I like where this channel is going. And like I said, you can like me, you can hate me, but I'm not going to censor you unless you break the rules. Because if I do, then I'm just doing the same shit that all these other people do. I'm just filling myself up with yes people. And trust me, that's the last thing I want. Think I want when I'm doing something bad or going off the fucking rails, people to say, oh, it's okay, you'll be fine. It's cool that you're doing that. Absolutely not. Okay. Just like Mint Mama, he kicked her too. That mean, yeah. Like I said, I'm no comments on her, even though I have every right to. That lady said some mean shit to me, man. And I mean, she did threaten me. She did put a hit. I have the screenshot. People screenshot and sent it to me. So, Mitten, like I said, you learned, but fuck you. Yeah, no, I appreciate everybody's time. I think we're going to wrap it up. We've been almost 3.5 hours. Like I said, I'm not here to beg and whine and beg and whine. We got some really nice donos today. I'll put an update tomorrow where we're at on the goal. But with the donos that we got from the zoo stream, we did get a few donos from some of the other streams. But with the donos that we got tonight from the last stream, I think we're almost there on the ticket purchase. And I'm going to do that in front of everybody, just like I did on the Greyhound bus. So if I got enough to buy a ticket tomorrow, hey, I'll go live and you're going to watch me buy the ticket. But if I don't yet, I'll let you know. I'll let you know where we're at. And honestly, I plan like probably one good fundraiser stream or a fun stream. What I wanted to do was a panel. This was obviously very important to go over this stuff. I was going to take you to the zoo and talk about this shit, But now that we got the nitty gritty out of the way, the next, fundraiser that I like to do is going to be fun. I'm going to take you somewhere exciting. We're going to do something fun, and I hope you all make it out. Like I said, I like to do fun stuff. I like to interact with people. I like to do in real life streams, and I think we have the ability with this channel to use that, have fun with it, but also, do the serious stuff like we're doing, pulling these records, exposing these people for what they're lying about, okay? If they're not lying, then all we are is helping them, right? If she wasn't lying this evening, all I would have done tonight is just made everybody look like a fool except ControLLa, right? She was telling the truth from the beginning. Hey, nobody be upset. But because these people lie, we have to expose them, okay? It's horrible. I mean, from what's came out of that person's mouth to what we really found out happened today is almost completely different story, okay? And that's what I don't like. That's why these people don't want you seeing them in court. They don't want the truth to be exposed. But you know what? There's other ways to do it, okay? Don't think you're so smart that you think you're going to label everybody that wants to go to your court hearing a fucking harasser, a stalker, whatever, okay? You've used some really nasty words. And like I said, you say that to the right person, they could easily take you to court for slandering and harassment, trust me. You say that to somebody that's got enough money to go get an attorney, you're done, okay? That's all it takes. Shit. You've buried your self-control. And I hope people, for your sake, they leave you alone on that part. Not leave you alone because they're picking on you. I just hope people have mercy on you and don't take you to court like they have every right to. Because I think you already got enough going on, okay? So, but just know, all right, you've done a lot of things that you may think in your head or with your little 3 mods that tell you nothing's wrong, what you're doing is right, but it's not, okay? And we all see that. And if it takes a fucking judge to tell you that, and I hope a judge is somebody you will actually listen to, which I don't know, because you've been in front of judges a few times, and obviously nothing changed. So I just hope the best. And like I said, kind of like I kind of feel the sentiment of the rest of everybody here. We don't want to see you go to jail. We're not here to pick on you or bully you like you do to everybody else. We're just here to see the right thing happen. You committed a crime. Right now, you might be guilty or not guilty till found or innocent till found guilty. All right, whatever. But you committed a crime. People got hurt. People could have got really hurt. And that's what pisses me off the most, okay? The words you choose to use, like this was just some little, no. Not only was it serious, but it could have been a different outcome, okay? And I don't even have to mention what could have happened, thank God. But my God, you on a freeway merging into a lane, like I said, what happened, just recklessly? What happens if that was a fucking semi? Okay. And just like we read in the accident report, who got hurt where the impact happened? Okay. fucking passenger of the vehicle and her passenger. So think about it. Think about if that was a large vehicle, even an SUV. So you're lucky nobody got seriously hurt. People did, and you know, I don't know what the outcome's going to be. I guess we'll find out soon. But that's the reason we did this evening, ControLLa. I don't care what you come out and say. We came out here to either fact check you. Like I said, if you had been telling the truth, this would have made you look like an angel. You could have came out tomorrow and said, "Fuck you." But I think we've exposed that you were lying, and I know most people already knew that, but just so that we can finally say, hey, you know what? You're wrong. They did say this or they did say that. That's why we did this. Also, we have every right to. It's public information. You want to keep your public information out from people? Don't get in trouble. I've already said that, okay? I'm not going to say it till I'm blue in the face. You don't like this shit? Easy. Don't get in trouble, folks. If you get in trouble, your name goes into the public court system. And the reason that is because they want people, just like I would want to know, who lives around me that's a bad person, right? Okay, we have every right to. And I think most people would agree with me that, hey, I want to know if there's little pedo living next to me or if there's some maniac person driving down my road every fucking day high as a kite that might fucking run over my kid that likes to play, baseball on the street in the morning, okay? That's why we do that shit. You don't want to be exposed. You don't want your information out there. Just live your life like a normal fucking person and do good. That's it. That's all you have to do. These people that sit here and say, oh, you're bullying, you're picking, you're harassing, yada, 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 it's because they did bad, okay? That's it. It's the same story. Same song and dance I heard from ControLLa. It's the same, almost the same shit that came out of Randy's mouth, okay? Lie, and deny, and that's not going to get you nowhere, especially at your guys' age, okay? You're almost 40. You got a kid. I mean, you should already have your life together at this fucking point, but you don't. But you know what? You're lucky because you still have some time to get your shit together, but not much. And I hope this is your come to Jesus moment, ControLLa. If you're watching this, please, I hope to God you ignore us, ignore all of us. That's what you need to do. And just think about your child, think about your case, and think about what you want to be in the future. What is the outcome of all this? Okay. What is the end game, as you would probably say? That's it. Not that difficult. It's not that difficult to change your life around, Get some help, lay off the hard drugs, love your family, believe in who you want to believe in, and I think you'll be fine, And honestly, you could probably still even hold a channel, maybe even save your dignity on YouTube. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is you better just start straightening the fuck up and take care of your fucking child, all right? Because you are not. And you know what? Sit there and say that's my opinion and you are, but I would probably say most of the people that came in here would fare on my side, and not because they're being mean. It's just the truth. It's just what we read today. It is what it is, okay? Just like I like to say, it is what it is, So, but again, innocent till proven guilty, right? But we'll find out. March the 20th, that'll be the day that I will be providing you with coverage. I will get in a little bit more of that once we get closer to the date, but I can tell you this, and I think the people that donated can appreciate this because, from the last fundraiser we did, I don't scam, okay? When I say I'm going to do something, I do it, and I will do it to the best of my ability, regardless of what the situation is, kind of like last time. And I learned from the last time, okay? I've myself learned things and the channel, okay? We're going to take that and we're going to progress with it. And I'm telling you right now, okay, trust in me. When I tell you, regardless of what you will hear from everybody's mouth, I will give you the court coverage that you are looking for. That's all I'm going to say. With that being said, I want to thank everybody that came out to watch today. I'd like to thank my mods. I know everybody was pretty good today. I know there's a few little bad apples, but hey, that's the way of the world is. And, for some of you bad apples, at least like I said, thanks for joining in. You're welcome next time. As long as you don't break the rules, you'll always be welcome, okay? I appreciate the people that aren't bad apples. I appreciate our guest that came up. Sorry, because you have such a long way. It's a Southwest Kingpin, I think it was. I know it was the Kingpin, South Midwest Kingpin, but I appreciate you coming up and giving us your side of, how things go, and giving a little bit of your personal information. I appreciate that because I learned a lot, and I think a lot of other people did. So thank you. Thank you for Stoner Scribe for coming out. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please give that guy a subscription. He has an awesome channel, does a lot of work. Those parodies take a lot of time to prepare for. And now, not that he didn't have them down before, but now some of these people he does, I can't even tell the difference anymore between the voices. So, Stoner, you do an excellent job, and I appreciate you coming out at last minute again and coming out and participating in the show. So thank you. And like I said, big shout out to Stoner. If you haven't checked out his site, his channel, please do that. But otherwise, the other big thank you I want to say is to our donators this evening. I really appreciate you, everybody. Doesn't matter, big donators, small donators, the viewers, the commenters. You are what makes this channel grow. You are what's going to continue to make this channel grow. And I'm telling you, I have all the will and spirit in me. I'm not going anywhere. So we're going to have a lot of fun this year. We're going to grow this channel. And most importantly, we're going to expose a lot of bad apples, and we're going to put them on the spotlight. Okay. That's what I can say. And I think we've started off pretty good this year. And let's see where we go. But again, thank you guys. Thank you, everybody, for spending your night. I know we're already going to the next morning, depending on what side of the country you live on. So I appreciate you. We do late streams just because it seems to be the time that everybody's home. Kind of let some of these other bullshitters that like to come on just to ruin this stream, let them do their thing. And most people may want to come and watch here because they're bored of that other shit going on. But again, I don't care if I have 2 viewers, 1,000 viewers. As long as somebody knows what's going on, that's all we care about. So again, thank you guys. Thank you, commenters, viewers, mods, donators. Keep an eye out for clips, but most importantly, keep an eye out. I'm going to be posting a really badass second, probably the last fundraiser we're going to do before the trip. And we're almost there on the ticket. Like I said, all I care about is getting that ticket. I can figure out the rest when I get there, okay? That's how it is. I like to roll with adventure, but you know what? We're pretty much almost there. I think the next fundraiser will hit it. And like I said, if I can get the ticket tomorrow, I'll post that live. But if we need one more fundraiser, we're going to do that. Regardless, even if it's a fundraiser, just a fun stream, we're going to have a good time. And I'm going to promise you a really exciting and cool IRL stream, okay? If anything else pops up, we'll cover that too. Like I said, we're a news channel. News happens all the time. It happens sporadically. Something can pop off right now. I might be back live tomorrow morning to discuss it. So again, I appreciate y'all keeping the notifications on. If you haven't already, I appreciate a like, please, because that helps a lot with the channel. And I appreciate your comments, man. I'm going to leave the VOD up, so if you didn't have a chance to watch it all, here in a few minutes, you can go back. I think if you wait like a few hours, the live chat comes on. It doesn't come on right away. I think it just has to do with uploading it because it's so much, data or information. I don't know. But the live chat is on, so you'll be able to watch the VOD in the live chat, once this is done. So I appreciate it. With that being said, I'll say one more cheers to everybody. Click, clack. I don't want to see your hands behind your back. Until the next time, folks. Have a good night, a good morning, and we'll see you. Thanks for joining in. Bye, y'all.